And we are live.
Yes.
Back in the house. Once again.
It
is Saturday. It's a very late night vibe we're on tonight, this evening. But it's going to be lovely. It is the FM Podcast. And I will be your host for the evening. I am B-Dub.
Hassan, a.k.a. Alpha Dog.
Woof, woof. Buddha.
Okay, yes. It's been a very long but drawn out week. What's been?
Has it been long?
It seems like it's been long. It hasn't been that long because I think we did a podcast on Wednesday,
yes.
and that's what.
Was that Wednesday?
Yeah,
or was that
yeah,
Thursday?
that was Wednesday.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be short, but
Yeah, it was supposed to be short, but then we got to talking, and then the shit just got pretty hype. We spent over an hour on the DNC. Yeah, he's saying slide over a little bit.
Yeah, y'all real.
Yeah, well, we're used to having a third person.
Right.
We're used to having Branson or somebody who I'm sure will make an appearance in the next, 30 minutes?
probably so.
Yes, but we're going to start with our customary shout-outs. We're going to give a shout-out to Eighth and Fancy.
Yep.
Yes, make sure to check out Eighth and Fancy for all your adult beverage snacks and needs. We're still going to hang on by a thread and give a shout-out to Dank Drinks.
Holding on.
It's been a minute, homie, since you paid your ties, but,
I can't even.
it's all good. But besides that, we're also going to give a shout-out to the local plug.
What's happening?
Shout out,
Yep,
local
yep.
plug. Make sure you eat responsibly.
Please.
Also, shout out to Simply Deep in the chat at FM Podcast. He writes. So, how's your night going, fellas?
Yep.
It's going pretty good so far. We got a little bit of libations going on.
I'm still celebrating. My birthday was Thursday, so we back here getting turned up still, man.
we still celebrating Buddha's birthday.
Buddha
just
birthday.
happened this past week. So we've been pre-gaming in response to getting ready for this podcast. But it's been an interesting week.
Oh, one more. Alpha Dogs. Make sure you come get those dogs,
Get
man.
them dogs,
That is my
man.
bad.
Jersey style hot dogs stuffed in piece of bread. It's gonna change your life.
Yes. Simply Deep writes, y'all seem like the type of dudes that'll give your opinion on almost anything the chat brings up. Well,
You can take the almost out of it.
yeah, we do.
We will.
But, if we're in the middle of a topic or something, we got to finish out the topic. But, yeah, we'll give an opinion, as long as it's not a distraction from the topics we have pre-planned. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how we handle with the chat. But we definitely read the chats as they come in, so feel free to interact with us in the chat. Okay.
Keep it respectfully, people.
Yeah, and not too many. But he writes, what's your opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations that'll get you clowned, and how would you handle those embarrassing moments in real life?
Hold on. You cannot dictate how the flow of the.
Well, no. We haven't started the flow. That's the only reason I entertained the question. Because
so you entertain. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a freestyle.
I'll give a free one, just a free one before we start our topic.
Okay,
So he said, what's your opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations that'll get you clowned, and how would you handle those embarrassing moments in real life? Now, we'll get you this one before we get cooking, so, But movies that show men in embarrassing situations,
good,
I'm not sure, but I think it's on the actors. It's on the actors who pick these roles, read the scripts, and have their agents agree to it.
But what would you consider an embarrassing
Yeah,
situation?
that's kinda
An
vague.
embarrassing situation is probably a man in a dress, or being gay if you're not
but
gay in real life.
I mean,
It's a role. I don't think about it too deep, but I do think it is weird if a man constantly puts dresses on in movies and films.
Yeah,
If that's their niche, I can't get with that.
Remember,
so.
they're actors. They're getting paid.
Yeah.
That's their livelihood. But
Yeah.
unless it's like a continuous things, then you might have a question mark. If it's like one, maybe two times, hey, I wouldn't make no big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, but that's our thought on that. But one, we're going to keep it moving. We got to give one shout out, not an RIP, but definitely we want to send our well wishes out to Face Mob, a.k.a. Scarface. Beloved Houston rapper Scarface, member of the Ghetto Boys, is currently in intensive care unit. He is Saturday being treated for an unknown ailment or illness. So he did post this morning, a picture on his Instagram showing himself from the nose down with the electrode wires across his bare chest and a breathing tube in his nose. A cardiovascular intensive care unit badge can be seen on a medical worker helping Jordan in the photo. And he had the caption, "Ouch, grateful," reads the caption, and he emphasized it with folded prayer hand emojis. This got 39,000 likes and 7,200 comments, and a slew of musicians, producers, comedians, and other celebrities sending well wishes for Scarface's health, including Cedric the Entertainer sending a prayer for a full recovery. And at this moment, no additional information on Scarface's condition has been released. So at the moment, it appears Scarface is having some issue related to his health. It may be related to his heart. If it's a cardiovascular intensive care unit badge. So I know Scarface has had issues previously with, what was it, his kidney or his liver?
One of the two.
One of them, where he had to get a transplant from his son. So, you know, I know he's had previous health issues. I don't know if it's related to that or if this is something new related to it. But regardless, he's alive. Hopefully he pulls through. Yes, because we definitely need Scarface. I don't know if he's still doing music or not. He did say he's retired. But even with that, we still need his presence and his opinion in the game. So, yeah, we're going to send out well wishes to Scarface. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into these topics we got. We already covered in our last show day 1 and day 2 of the DNC. However, what we did not get a chance to cover since it happened after the show was really day 4. Day 3 was just some but day 4, that was the final day of the DNC. That was the big moment where Kamala Harris, Kamala.
Look at y'all. He stopped himself, yo.
Well, yeah, I was like, wait a minute, did I say that right?
Like Kamala, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
Kamala Harris.
Yes, it was the day that Kamala Harris accepted the Democratic nomination for president, and that was the big takeaway. Did y'all see her speech?
No, I can't say, but I've saw inserts on what her speech were about, and again, this is going to be a very different contrast of campaigns that you're going to see, and we're just going to see how what Donald Trump can actually do and say outside his antics. Because one thing for sure, those zingers ain't gonna work this time. Cause
no, they gotta come with it.
She can snap back, boy. The only difference is she gonna snap back with some real shit. So we're gonna see what it is, though. So
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. There was a performance by Pink. Pink was there.
She's
Pink,
always there.
Yeah, Pink was there because, they called Pink. Pink is available for any award show, event, whatever. But they brought up the Central Park Five. Central Park Five got to speak. They gave Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, their support. And there was a lot of messages of hope throughout day 4. And
had a bunch of Republicans was on the DNC.
Yeah, a bunch of turncoat ass niggas.
Why they gotta be turncoats?
You supposed to ride with your set.
Oh man, they ain't riding with them.
Can't be pancaking between sets, homie.
Nah, they know that shit gonna burn. They ain't trying to go down that river.
Everybody jumping off the Trump ship.
It ain't everybody. There's only a few. The other motherfuckers, they gonna burn with that bitch. They going down. So these motherfuckers just smart as hell. They see the writing on the wall. They don't want to be a part of that cult. So they like, hey, y'all go ahead. But anyway, they were speaking at the DNC and giving their support for Kamala Harris. And it was about about 2 or 3 of them at least. That was former high-ranking Republican officials, and one of them was even on his staff.
Yeah.
So just goes.
They just turncoats, nigga.
No, man.
They're putting country
before party.
Yes.
So that's real patriotism right there.
Yes, that is true patriotism.
They're not drunken for power like Mr. Trump is. I'm just keep telling y'all people like, hey, I mean, vote for who you want to vote for, but damn, like, if you know the nigga dumb, you still go vote for. If you know the motherfucker had tried to overturn the election, you still gonna vote for him? I mean, it just don't make any sense. Like, I don't know. All I know is if that was somebody black, all it took one time, that's it. I ain't even giving that nigga a chance. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion.
Yeah, so there was a lot of talk on policy on day 4, including police presence, as well as a vision for military and foreign policy, along with law enforcement, which they said is a change from the defund the police movement. So now I guess the Democrats are trying to look tougher on crime to gain everybody's support. Now, I can tell you personally that's not the case because there's a lot of migrants that are flooding different cities in America, and I've been reading stories about how a lot of people have been inconvenienced by some of the migrants who are getting their rent paid by the government and things like that. So I'm curious to know how
I would love to get
Kamala Harris
paid by the government, right?
Yeah, well, they're getting their rent paid by the government. They're getting, cards for food, and all that is coming at our taxpayer dime. So, I mean, I'm curious to know how they're going to handle that different than they're handling it now, considering Biden is already in power. So,
now remember they had a bipartisan bill to make the toughest policies for the border. Mm-hmm. And guess who told the Republicans to shut it down?
Who, Trump?
Yeah. He told them to shut it down because he needed that for his talking points, like right now, talking about how the border is weak, how Kamala was the border czar, and how they had a bipartisan bill ready to go to answer these migrant situations, and Trump told them to kill it. So before anybody try to blame this shit on Democrats, you feel what I'm saying? Trump told the Republicans to kill the bill, and that's facts.
Well, Trump is up to his old tricks.
Yeah, he needed that shit. He told him, don't do it. And like I said, it was the most comprehensive bill that would address everything that's being going on across this country. So that's facts. Trump told him to kill the bill.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of information and policies being revealed at the DNC, a lot of star-studded cameos. I know one person who did not show up for the DNC that supposedly was, and that is Beyonce. Beyonce did not perform at the DNC after a false TMZ report said otherwise. So there was a speculation about a surprise performance by Beyonce at the DNC, and TMZ claimed she was set to appear, but she never showed up, which led to Kamala Harris closing out Thursday evening show. So it looks like TMZ reported for days about a surprise Beyonce appearance in Chicago at the DNC, and unfortunately it looks like the report of the performance is untrue, and she was never scheduled to attend the event. And it looks like a source from the Washington Post spoke with convention organizers and said there was no special guest, Beyonce or otherwise, planned for Thursday. So TMZ really dropped the ball on this one, and that's really weird because the TMZ staff doesn't really like to drop balls.
Boom.
Yeah. TMZ built their respect, I guess their reputation off of Michael Jackson's death. That was like when TMZ got everybody's attention because they were like the first to report it. And ever since then, TMZ has been like a very trusted source of inside information that's shared with the general public. And generally, they're accurate. There have been a few missteps that I've seen from TMZ, but they don't generally drop the ball on this magnitude. Usually, when they say Beyonce is coming, Beyonce is coming. So,
Have they reported about Beyonce's concert that somebody didn't know about and it was true or false?
they've never done that, I don't think.
So, if you say they generally, that means this is one of them times that they somebody dropped the ball, somebody got fed the banana pipe, tailpipe information, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a possible Beyonce performance was subject to heavy speculation throughout the week.
You was hearing Taylor Swift there?
Yeah, there was a rumor that was shot down quick.
Yeah.
That white girl said, She told him in advance, you ain't fucking up 50% of my money because them rednecks.
And it's a lot of Trumps that are Swiftie fans.
Yeah, so that's disappointing. But on the plus side, there was a lot of...
and that's sad because she was actually, she was a very staunch...
supporter.
No.
What?
Well, she's supposed to be a staunch supporter of DNC, a Democrat. So I'm kind of...
Who, Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she talked against Trump and everything. So I'm kind of surprised she's been very quiet.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But it is known that there's plenty of Swifties that are MAGA.
Oh, yeah. She does like country pop. Of course she's going to have MAGA fans. That's just a given. But despite Beyonce and Taylor not showing up, there was still some stars.
Yeah, there was plenty of them.
Stevie Wonder, he was
always
there.
That's a class to see Stevie, man.
Yeah, Stevie just pop up at any high level event, an inauguration, crowning, presentation.
That's
of
right,
Stevie gonna be there. So
classy out there, Stevie.
Yeah, they had Stevie Wonder, they had John Legend. I mean, John Legend, cool, but I'm not a big John Legend fan. Then they had Pink, and then they had a country music singer.
John, man.
Yeah, John.
What?
John?
I like John.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I like
big.
early John.
Yeah, I like that first one.
Kanye and them was
Get
still
Lifted.
high.
Yeah, that first album was straight. After that,
That's of course he's 2 kids in, so he's a different type of John.
you can still have kids
you
and
can
make
still
dope
have-
music.
You can still have that vibe. That he don't have that vibe, that same type of.
Yeah.
He's all the way in.
And who else was there? Oh, yeah, I already named everybody there. So one big deal that came out from the DNC was, I guess, Vice President nominee Tim Walz. I didn't know anything about him before Kamala selected him as vice president, and everybody seems to like him. They said even all the soft motherfuckers, they're like, oh, he's an example of a modern day, I guess, masculine man. Because he was
a moderate Democrat or something like that.
I guess because he was like a soldier and then he was a teacher.
Yeah, he had like two of them that he had was coached to. One of them was John Randall, former defensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
They spoke on his behalf at the DNC.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so it looks like, they said supportive Democrats are saying he's a model of masculinity for modern America, a man comfortable reporting to a woman, capable of using his white privilege to boost women of color and promote reproductive rights while also enjoying hunting, fishing, and fixing cars. So it says Republicans are challenging his military record economic policies in support of left-leaning social movements and ideas, including women, LGBTQ issues, and Trump's senior advisor Stephen Miller nicknamed him Tampon Tim.
Why would anybody?
Yes.
Why would anybody listen to Stephen Miller? Now, if anybody remember, he helped constructed a travel ban for Muslims, and Africans. If you was non-white, so
Stephen Miller, he's a horrible person.
Yeah, from Duke.
Oh, he went to Duke?
Yeah, he went to Duke.
Oh, that's where he learned evil at.
No.
No.
But it just goes to show people, like, just look at the people that's around Trump.
Yeah.
That's telling you how shit is going to be. You know what I'm saying? And remember, Project 2025, look, it was so serious that they removed the dude that was head of that shit. When all they do is replace him with somebody that's less viewable, that you might not know about unless you do some Google research, which a lot of people don't do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just look at the people that's around Trump. That's going to tell you how this shit going to be. And like I said, Stephen Miller, we did that, travel ban. So, yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. What do you think is worse or funnier? Who has the better VP? Would it be the one who this is their own president beforehand, or the one who can answer to the woman and uplift the white man?
Well, no, Walz is the better VP.
Uplift the black woman.
Regardless of Stephen Miller's background,
which he's only, mind you, he's just part of his cabinet.
Yeah.
So let's get that straight.
Tampon Tim is fucking hilarious.
That's hilarious to me, though. That shit just sounds funny.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Yeah, so he got the name as governor, writing a law that requires schools to supply pads, tampons, and other products from all menstruating students in restrooms, language meant to include trans students. So,
why would I ain't gonna touch that.
Well, that's why he's putting tampons in men's bathrooms. So, I guess trans boys, because that's who would use those bathrooms, would be in there and have tampons available.
Babylon.
Yeah, so.
But they don't, you know.
God, I'm glad I didn't grow up in this
now.
area. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not growing up
Nigga, they would have sent me home. I'd have been expelled, spanked by my parents.
And I can't imagine my dad trying to maneuver with me in this climate. Not with him being in not a military
Hell
man.
No.
You know what I mean?
Like what? What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, like
Y'all done lost y'all motherfucking mind. You think I'm gonna let my goddamn yeah.
Could you imagine that just in elementary school, a dude run in and he's like, yo, I gotta change my pad, man.
Ain't none of that.
In high school.
Ain't none of that popped up. I'm like, all right, I get it for all the girls stuff, but
it's in the
boys' bathroom, like, you know, like.
And imagine if they run out of tampons in the girls' bathroom.
They gotta come in.
They gotta come in the boys' bathroom and get them.
Like, what is it? Like, okay, so this is weird. This is like, again, do what you do. All right, however you live. But you gotta understand that you do affect people around you, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? It does, because number one, you know, we all know, man, this ain't even up for debate. We all know a boy is a boy, a girl is a girl. That's your genetic material. You know what I'm saying? Yes, is there a small percentage? Yes, a small percentage. That is correct. But majority of them, it's just you just not battle test. It's like when we came up, you know what I'm saying? I guess a lot of y'all motherfuckers wouldn't even survive our childhood.
No, not now.
We had to learn to crack jokes on each other. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't crack jokes on it, then you just cried. You know what I'm saying? Then you might fight. Then you fight.
And you better hope you can fight.
Yeah, you better hope
fight.
you
about to get bullied.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. But see, and that was another thing. And if you got a damn sister and brothers and stuff like that, and then the whole clan comes. That's the whole clan comes.
That's where the school shooter comes from. No.
Okay, well, this analysis
actually don't smash them mass shooters. They are loners.
Yeah,
but that's where they come from. So if you really think about it, you get picked on. You can't fight.
Or you don't even.
Now you're getting bullied.
Some of them.
The only thing you got left is what? Lash out.
Yeah, but some of them, they was. You seen them, but you didn't see them because they was weird and they stayed. They
because they got pushed to being loners.
Well, some of them was
some of them were just fucking weird.
Some of them was just like that. You know, we all went to high school to where it was just some of them. They was just we had classmates that was just weird as fuck. They dressed, especially that
the golf,
you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that was just a personality they took on. And now, without going in any further in depth, childhood raised, abuse maybe popping off or something like that. But I'm just saying, this generation to me is just like super soft, super soft, and we can't. How does that happen? Parenting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
it's coddling. That's not even parenting. It's coddling.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though. But we talking about parents who some of them, they're successful in their own right. I can't even put no barrier on that because a lot of people doesn't value money or whatever in that order. So success is based off whatever makes you comfortable. But what I am going to say this is, it seems like that some of our parents as we grew up, in today's parenting world would be considered child abuse.
Yeah.
But I always tell them
it was child abuse back then. But
that's what I'm saying.
But it's not. I don't call it abuse.
I don't call it abuse because again, it's shock therapy. You feel what I'm saying? Because
they don't know what the fuck to do either.
Right.
They're trying to shock that behavior out of
right,
it.
exactly. Because imagine if they had the internet right now. We didn't have that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The internet is a whole different beast. So the thing about it is, it's like, I have a friend of mine. Right?
I wonder what they would have used it for.
Who?
I wonder what my parents' generation, if they had the internet first, what they would have used it for.
Porn.
You know what? Yeah, I would agree
Every
with that.
generation is using the internet for that.
I think our generation used it for porn, but I'm like, what did our
They would have too.
They would have too.
Because listen,
They had VHS
listen,
tapes.
You talking about looking at different sizes of shape. They've been with their wives for 30, 50 years, 50 plus years. You know what I'm saying?
But see, back then you had whole different families on different sides of town, different states. And
No,
shit.
it was a small selection. You feel what I'm saying? If depending on where you live at, depending on how big that town or city is, you deal with what was there. And if it's segregated, then you definitely know.
But that's my point. Think about it. So with today's climate, the internet makes everybody a neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. It's
what I'm
within
saying
reach.
is back then, and this in general, like my family is one of these type of, examples. You could have a family and then have a whole entire another family
on the side.
On like a couple and you would never know.
I mean, it was going on then. They had families on the side then. They was without the internet.
But that's what I'm saying. Now
Hell,
it's damn near impossible.
Niggas knew a couple
now it's damn near impossible.
Two blocks
Everybody
down
has
here.
the internet. Everywhere has the internet now.
You're right. But what I'm saying is, it was still known, and it was without, like, for instance, when we came up, right?
Yeah.
We knew what happened on Crosstown and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Word on the street passed. What we had, we was call on the phone.
Call on the
phone. You see him the next day, whatever the case may be. Yeah. So word still got around and within the town or city that you are from. Now, if it's like overseas or across the country or something like that, then it'll probably been like a few days before you, unless somebody directly from that area actually called. But we didn't know about things like how it is now, because everything is a 24-hour news cycle. You get it like immediately. As soon as
that shit happens instantly now, yo.
So yeah, that's just my pee.
Okay, well, that discussion on Tim Walz brought up another point that some people were discussing on the internet, and that is, would Walz make a better president than Kamala Harris?
Why? Because he's a white man?
No, basically, based on the previously mentioned descriptions of, military, teacher,
and uplifting black women. This is what I okay.
That should be an American in general. That doesn't.
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
not
matter.
Standout.
Right.
That doesn't.
It don't have. It's nothing that pops out like, okay, yeah, he automatically would be different than her. She would be better than her.
Well, they both have white spouses.
Yeah. But he has an all-white family. She don't.
Yeah. His father isn't from Jamaica.
She's more an example of the American
Melting pot.
diaspora, nigga, like the melting pot that America has become.
Exactly.
She really like her. I mean, it just is what it is, yo. You know what I mean? You can hate on this black woman all you want, yo, but
She's blackity black. If you got one smidget, 1 ounce, 1% of black, you black. It's only two dominant colors on the spectrum.
Yes.
White
Yes.
or black.
Yes.
That's it. Everybody else
Is in between.
in between. That's facts.
Yeah.
Don't argue with me. I'm just a messenger.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep it moving. Looks like there's been some shakeups in the Secret Service. Some Secret Service officials have been placed on leave in response to Trump's assassination attempt. So it looks like multiple Secret Service officials have been put on leave for the actions leading up to and responding to the assassination attempt on Trump July 13th in Butler, Pennsylvania, and this includes the Secret Service special agent in charge of the Pittsburgh field office, whose office was responsible for coordinating the security plan with local law enforcement leading up to the rally. And it looks like the sources familiar with the decision did not confirm the exact number of officials on leave and said the number may continue to grow as an internal investigation into the assassination attempt continues. So,
is that a sign that maybe they wanted that to happen?
I don't think that's the case.
I'm don't take that serious. I'm just saying, why would you put so many people on a different assignment? And the only thing I can think of
they were what, suspended? Yeah, they were placed on leave.
Yeah, they placed on leave, so they're
suspended, nigga.
Right. So why? I mean, hell, they didn't have. And only thing, and if I have an idea, it's the ones that was supposed to be shielding him. You feel what I'm saying? He was still able to raise his hand up to show his fists and everything, which know damn well that is not protocol to do. Mm-hmm. No president or any type of former president should have been able to raise their hand up like that after they are surrounding him, because they don't know if there's another sniper around that could actually hit his ass. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then too, you can hear him talking. He's, let me get my shoe. And then it seems choreographed. So now this is where all the conspiracy theorists say, oh, Trump set that up. He set up his own demise and everything. And, it just seemed like a mockery. Then as he's going down the stairs, you have 5 of them, at least a minimum of 5 of them. I know if memory serves correctly, at least 2 women and the rest men, at least 3 to 5 men surrounding him. Mm-hmm. They're having a hard time getting a 78-year-old to move his ass forcefully. They're allowing him to control the action of how they move his ass up out of there. Even once they even got his ass to the fucking truck, he was still able to stand out and hold his hand up, which again, another way of violating protocol, because you don't know if there's another active shooter around that perimeter.
See, this is where I need my dad, because he was Secret Service and he did the training, so he would have known what they did wrong, what they should have did right, and all that stuff. Assuming they haven't updated the procedures since the 70s, which I'm sure they have. So it looks like, in my opinion, they're throwing a lot of these Secret Service agents under the bus. But I do think there were some failures, because it seemed like there were a bunch of people that referenced this shooter before he actually took the shot. Mm-hmm. So there's a failure in communication somewhere, but I don't know if all the people getting suspended are actually guilty of something, or they were just
fall guys.
Yeah, they're fall guys.
Scapegoats.
Yeah, scapegoats. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. They're still doing the investigation internally on what's popping there. So as soon as
heads gonna roll on this.
Yeah, heads are definitely going to roll on that. So we're going to keep it moving, because there's been a little bit more sad news so far this week. A federal judge has thrown out a major felony charge against 2 former Louisville officers accused of falsifying a warrant that led to Breonna Taylor's door before they fatally shot her. So basically, a judge rules Breonna Taylor's boyfriend caused her death. And decided to throw out the 2 major charges against both Louisville officers involved in that. U.S. District Attorney Charles Simpson's ruling declares the actions of Taylor's boyfriend who shot at the police the night of the raid were the legal cause of her death and not a bad warrant.
Which is an asinine point because,
yes,
mind you, these officers falsified the warrant to get for that to take place. That's number one.
Exactly.
Number two, Kentucky is just like North Carolina, is a stand your ground state.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody knows what a stand your ground means, if you're feel threatened to where your life or your bodily harm, you can use force or deadly force to rebuff the perpetrator or whatever the case may be. So he was a legal gun owner.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't doing anything because, mind you, she worked at the 911 emergencies. He had a job. They was legal. They didn't do anything. He's a legal gun owner, and it was a no-knock. Remember, this is a no-knock warrant, meaning they just bust in. They ain't knocking on doors and making no announcement saying who they are. So if somebody's busting up in your door and you are a legal gun owner, you're not waiting for nobody to say and see who the fuck it is. You're going to automatically shoot because you got to protect yourself and your woman. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. So because this cracker ass, mayo, monkey ass, Trump appointee going to blame it on him, and he's a legal gun owner. And you notice something that's really astonishing about this?
Yes.
You don't hear anybody from, what's the NRA? You don't hear nobody from the NRA speaking up on this.
Because the NRA is racist.
Of course. But see, this is where we want these Negroes to see selling out doesn't mean you're going to be likable. Anybody who gatekeeps for white supremacy, I don't give a damn what nationality it is. If you do that shit, you a fucking sellout. And if you are a man or a woman, how can you get up, look at yourself, to the fact that your mom, your dad, your grandparents, whatever fucking sacrifices they made for you, you will lay down like that and take it up the motherfucking butt just because you want a motherfucker to like your ass. You feel what I'm saying? You want somebody to like your ass. And they gonna take you and put up your up the butt.
Okay, so basically it looks like the 2 Louisville police detectives are Joshua James and former Sergeant Kyle Meany.
Wild, bro. Like, you don't blame that man for protecting his house.
Yeah, so it looks like the 2 detectives were not present at the raid, but they are accused of knowing they had falsified part of the warrant
They
and
set the whole thing off.
and put Taylor in a dangerous situation by sending armed officers to her apartment. So,
mind you, this is a Justice Department. This is the United States government taking their asses to trial.
yeah, but it looks like the judge wrote in the ruling that there is no direct link between the warrantless entry and Taylor's death. So what they're saying is, even though they falsified the warrant, that's still not responsible for her death.
Which it doesn't make sense because, number one, if you have a no-knock warrant, meaning they can bust up in your house without making no announcement, they can do that. If you have a no-knock warrant, and this guy, justifiable gun owner, he has the law on his side, meaning, and what another thing you're not also forgetting, I'm sure they had the castle law, which the castle law is if anybody barges in your house, you can use deadly force. You can use deadly force. So if you are a legal gun owner, which he was, and someone, an intruder, busts up in your house, you mean tell me we gotta wait? He has to wait and see, like, hey, y'all, who the fuck is y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make any fucking sense. They ran up in his house. He thought there was some intruders. He fucking protected him and his girl. They fucking shot. They killed her. The damn police officer lied. And if they never lied, none of this shit would never happen. Like I said, it's a Trump appointee judge who making a damn asinine judgment, which it didn't make any sense. The police officer lied. They barged up in the house. The man protected his home.
And what this basically means is they've reduced the civil rights violation charges, which was the original charges against these, which two people, which carried a maximum sentence of life in prison, and reduced it to misdemeanors.
Correct.
So that's going to be reduced to a conspiracy charge against Janes and another charge against Meany, who is accused of making false statements to investigators. So they just got him on a false statement to investigator charge and a conspiracy charge, which is misdemeanors for both. So
once again, we're seeing two-tier justice system.
Yeah.
So you Negroes who want to vote for Trump, right? Remember, these are Trump appointee judges. Outside the Supreme Court, he did it all down. If they're U.S. district, you know what I'm saying, where it comes to major cases like this, yes, his hand's still in there. So all you Negroes who understand talking about that Project 2025 isn't real, you're already practically living in it right now. That's why Roe versus Wade been flipped over. That's why affirmative action has been taken down. That's why DEI has been taken down because of the same shit.
Yeah, so in the judge's, I guess, decision-making, it alleges that while the indictment says that Janes and Meany set off a series of events that ended in Taylor's death, it also alleges that her boyfriend disrupted those events when he decided to open fire on the police.
Stupid.
That's what the judge said.
Like he fucking knew that's who the fuck they were.
Well, that's why his charges got reduced, because he was originally charged with attempted murder of a police officer.
His charges got dropped, really.
Yeah, and his charges were dropped.
Because,
Yeah,
like I said, they came in. He was a legal gun owner, and he had the law. He was a law-abiding citizen using his rights.
Yeah, so this is a big deal. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, you know, they said Garland, his assistant, they're going to look into it, possibly see what they can re-bring these charges back up or find another alley to handle this situation. So it's not far. It's far from not over.
Yeah, and so far it looks like in 2022, the city of Louisville agreed to pay $2 million to settle lawsuits filed by Kenneth Walker, her boyfriend, in federal and state court. And Walker said the only justice would be Breonna Taylor being alive. So he's not too happy about having this money, despite, you know.
Oh, remember, people. So for every time a cop kills someone in your town, in your city, or your state,
y'all are paying for that.
Pays for those that pay that money. All of y'all paying for that. So when your taxes go up on your houses and shit, and all around with how you live and stuff, remember them damn expensive ass cops that y'all wanna protect so goddamn bad. That's the reason why your damn livelihood, your expenses goes up. So yeah, keep that in mind.
So this is just another example of the I'm white and I say so law, where I don't know what race the judge is, but I assume he's white.
He's white. That's
covering for white folks, because in no way, shape, or form should these cops have gotten those charges downgraded to misdemeanors. Particularly those two, because they're the ones who set off the chain of events. Exactly. Had they not falsified that warrant information, she would exactly be alive right now. So they're the ones responsible for it, but it looks like the judge is on their side. Yeah.
Another point where I'm saying a Trump appointee affecting black lives. Down there in Louisiana, they had a Title 9 is a Injustice Act where EPA had an injunction to where there's a town in Louisiana called Cancer Valley. It's where a lot of black folks been getting the highest rate of cancer around the country.
Yeah, we discussed that on the last show.
Exactly. So the judge in that case stopped the EPA ruling on that, meaning the companies can go right back doing what they're doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Much.
So here we are We got another Trump appointee, U.S. district judge down in Louisiana, and it's a proven fact that this town, black town, is being poisoned by the company that's dumping pollution in and around the town. And they have the highest cancer rate in the country. And you don't even know how many other towns and cities would be affected by that outside of black towns, now white towns as well. See, that's the thing that y'all don't understand about these governments. Some of these government entities that's in place to protect the average person. Because if you don't, then these companies come in your backyard. Some of y'all work for these companies. Y'all dispose of the damn chemicals in the river. It gets in the groundwater. Your kids, your farm animals, all of the above drink that shit, and then you come away and finding out why cancer is popping up and you dying from cancer.
Yeah.
So just keep that shit in mind.
Yeah, and that happened, on Thursday? A federal judge on Thursday blocked the Environmental Protection Agency from considering disparate environmental harms in Louisiana in the enforcement of Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, making permanent a temporary hold he issued in January. So that's what this is in reference to. So basically, it looks like the EPA had put a halt to some of the pollution that was going on in Cancer Alley, a predominantly black and low-income section of Louisiana that is a hub of petrochemical production, and it has a disproportionate high cancer rate relative to the country at large. So I guess a lot of people were fighting to get a hold to the production of chemicals in those areas to halt cancer, and the judge blocked that hold that they had, allowing these companies to continue creating and using their dangerous chemicals. So it looks like the people in Cancer Alley are getting screwed over by the government.
Yeah, it's getting poisoned. Continue being poisoned.
Continue to be poisoned.
And probably will die and will or health problems from the rest of their life and generations on out. So again, this is not only in black communities, it's also in white communities. White
low-income white communities.
Exactly. So we try to explain to you people, right? And when I say you people, I mean in people who just don't want to hear the truth. We understand you can vote for whoever you want to, right? That's your right. But you got to look at facts where it lies at. Facts is where they are. You know what I'm saying? Without government entities in place, you have a lot of places where people were getting sick, and you don't have nobody to protect you. Then on top of that, you lose money because if you're sick, you can't go to work, you can't take care of your family. What if your kids had to go in the hospital and stuff like that? It's countless of unnamed things that you just imagine that no one should have to go through, but people in different towns all across this country are actually going through. So these safeguards are in place to protect you and your family. But the problem is, if you don't get the correct information, you listen to Fox, and all they doing is give you scare tactics and stuff like that. You're not willing to listen to what's going on. Because Clinton did say something the night he was on the DNC. He was like, "Hey, listen, go meet your friends, family, those who oppose the Democrat, and it's cool. Y'all can. It's okay to agree to disagree, but be civil with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have a talk with them, have a discussion, and everything. And the thing about it is, again, if you saw, I've seen both of the conventions. You know what I'm saying? And it's a clear stark trash. And I always say this as a black voter, right? I'm an independent voter, and I do, and it's like that by design, because if you automatically attach to one party, right, they don't have to talk to you; they talk at you. You feel what I'm saying? So, me as a black independent voter, it makes my voter twice as valuable. So now, you were saying, well, Son, what you going with this? Where I'm going with this is, as black voters or minority voters, if you want your vote to really hold power, because if you're not white, you ain't right. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just keep that in mind. So if you're not white, which they vote, they got the money, the power, and everything. You feel what I'm saying? All the rest of the marginalized voters, you should be independent. It makes your voting block just that much powerful. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Because remember, coalitions here. When we got to win the presidency, you need a coalition. You got the black vote. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine the black vote all become independents. Yeah. As a male black voter, it became twice as powerful. Mm-hmm. If you're a black woman, your vote become 3 times as powerful.
Yeah. Makes all the sense in the world. Okay, we're going to keep it moving because I know you had that topic you were discussing about Boeing Starliner astronauts coming back next year in SpaceX. So it looks like 2 NASA astronauts who flew to the International Space Station in June on board Boeing's faulty Starliner capsule will need to return to Earth on a SpaceX vehicle early next year. From my understanding, 2 NASA astronauts, Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, became the first crew to ride the Starliner on June 5th when they were launched to the International Space Station for what was supposed to be an 8-day test mission. However, the propulsion system suffered a series of glitches in the first 24 hours of the flight that so far kept the astronauts at the station for 79 days as Boeing has scrambled to investigate the issues. It looks like also in addition to that, NASA officials told reporters during a news conference that both astronauts are safe and prepared to stay even longer. They will use the extra time to conduct science experiments alongside the station's other 7 astronauts. So there's 7 other people on the International Station. So,
meaning all those reports of Boeing, having all those cheap ass material in their within your stockpile, they don't trust that shit, and it's faulty. All those planes pieces that's been blowing off the side of. See, listen, this is why it's very important. We need a turnover of entrepreneurs, because a lot of these motherfucking companies don't give a fuck about you.
No,
just imagine Boeing. They had 2 major aircrafts overseas within a 10-year span. Then on top of that, within this year, 2 planes had a blown off side of the hatch, and the nose cone come off, and various other pieces come off. Because they buying counterfeit Chinese parts.
That's and what it is.
Imagine off the plane. So now the same Boeing equipment that's supposed to bring these astronauts back home is faulty. Not even doing it. But see, guess what? If you don't have a government system in place for a check and balance, right, a lot of these companies, big ass companies, can do what the fuck. You know how many planes will be falling out of the sky? It'd be just as bad as somebody crashing a car, if not worse. That's why it's very important that you have various government agencies in place to make sure that these companies are.
Well, they do.
But see, what the Supreme Court did this year, their ruling, it stripped a lot of these government agency power to enforce certain rules, like the EPA. That's the reason why that Louisiana judge was able to come back and stop that, because the Supreme Court gave them the green light. And why is that important? Because the Supreme Court is handpicked 2 of them, Trump. So again, y'all don't have to listen to what the fuck I say. Y'all can pull it up. It's fucking facts. From the time Trump came into office to even now, you're still going through the effects of what the fuck he has set in place. And if you vote this motherfucker back in, it's going to be twice as worse right now. So we don't have to sit here I'm sorry, I don't need another term to see this motherfucker to see what he going to do. I know what he going to do. You feel what I'm saying? And I'd rather have somebody who's smart and intelligent, all you got to do is pretty much appease his motherfucking ass, and he all giddy and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Last time I checked, I remember when countrymen used to dislike our leaders to be all toesy with our adversaries. Y'all seem to push the damn bar with that. He's liking Putin. He's liking Kim Jong-un. I'm like, what the fuck is with that? Like, this is these people here that got Americans, white Americans. Let me put that up there. White Americans that's locked up right now in Russia, right now, being used as damn political pawns. This is where it just seems like an oxymoron. Like, why people just can't see past go. I understand. We understand it's two parties going against each other. I get it. It seems like it's a combative sport. We playing football and shit. But as of right now, we got to look at the bigger picture. You feel what I'm saying? We're supposed to be Americans, right? Patriots, right? It's supposed to be country before party. So if you know a motherfucker who gonna have the damn security codes to start a fucking nuclear war,
The president.
Okay. How could you trust someone who nearly overturn the damn government? Imagine Barack Obama did that shit.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Imagine it. But, you know.
Okay, now these two NASA astronauts, they said they're going to be on a space station with 6 or 8 other people. Mm-hmm. Do you know the genders of those other people on there? Because I'd be wondering, do they be fucking in space?
I think a lot of them is married, but I think some
that don't mean shit. You single in space.
Yeah.
You can.
I don't know. They probably is, but damn.
Your marriage vows are only to be honored when you're on the planet. If you are not in the planet Earth atmosphere, you are single.
I guess so. I would. You would think so, especially if you're in some high intensity type of environment. You know what I'm saying?
Is there like gravity, artificial gravity? So
it is gravity. That means your ass floating upside down, be holding each other and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Because you got to fuck if you're gonna be up in space that long.
Imagine the damn when you
and any woman can get it.
Yeah, they do. They got all that. Imagine a fucking.
There ain't no oxygen. You can't smell shit in space. That pussy be stanking like a mug, and you ain't gonna smell shit. Yeah, she in that astronaut suit all day, sitting down too.
I mean, they got air posted in there.
Yeah,
so they cool. They ain't hot in there, astronauts. So they probably cool as fuck in that bitch.
There's got to be some fucking. So every woman is a dime in space.
They got a fan and cooler coochie out.
You ain't got no clubs up there, so yeah, she's it. You know all them niggas. If because one of those pilots is a woman, so
yeah, I think they have at least one at the couple.
A space orgy.
Nah, I don't think that's going on.
Yo,
I don't think that's going on.
Where do you shoot your stuff? Because doesn't that float?
It does. It's gonna go up.
Oh god,
gravity gonna take place.
That's creepy.
Especially if she was a squirter or a creamer. That shit's gonna float.
Oh god. Pussy foam in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. That shit just be.
Okay, we gonna keep it moving. We gonna get into we gonna keep it moving. Get into the entertainment portion of our show because we saw a lot of black love with Barack Obama and Michelle. And
I love them.
Yeah, but what we are seeing now is the downside of black love as Jennifer Lopez files for divorce from Ben Affleck. You hate to see black love go south.
But that's not black love, though.
I know.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Nah. So it looks like more than 2 years after they got married.
Again.
The couple is. Oh, they were married before?
Yeah.
I thought they were together. I didn't know they were legally married.
Well, I don't know. Let me rephrase that. But they were together. They were serious before. I thought they was married.
Yeah, Lopez filed for divorce Tuesday in Los Angeles County Superior Court. It says the couple did not have a prenup, which what the fuck does that mean when they're both rich as shit?
Because whoever makes the most, the other person going to ask for them to take care of their lifestyle.
Oh.
That's why if we got Mr. Cam Newton up there, I'd love to talk about that. But yeah, that's why you got a lot of people. Oh, who else getting divorced? Your man, your boy,
Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis, he getting divorced. Like, listen, man, I just said it last week. If you get 20 years out of motherfucker, you did great. Cause now with the internet and shit, and people who got money, and a lot of these black women in their 60s and some of their 70s, they looking fine as hell. You cannot be sitting here, be around somebody thinking that you can look any old kind of way. You can motherfucking, act any old kind of way, meaning y'all together and it's just a routine. When you get that woman or that man, that's when the work begins. You got to really do some work. You got to really do some freaky deaky shit, because you know what? If that man or that woman or both of y'all get money, right, everybody around you going to be wanting a piece of y'all ass and want to break y'all shit up.
So it looks like in terms of Ben and J-Lo, they were engaged in the early 2000s but broke up before they were married, and then spent 17 long years apart. So, yeah, Lopez got married to Mark Anthony, and she shares 2 children with her. And then she was engaged to Alex Rodriguez in 2019 before they broke up. And during that period, Affleck was married to Jennifer Gardner from 2005 to 2018. Damn, so they made it 13 years.
So, again, the thing about it is J-Lo is like, she's like your male guy.
Yeah.
She don't,
She's been married 4 times.
4 times.
So one more time and she gets the Infinity Gauntlet. She'll be like Thanos.
I'm just like this. Me as a man who's never been married before, let me say that, I couldn't marry somebody who's been married multiple times.
I couldn't either.
Because that means
it's a joke to you.
Or it's just the parameters around to justify just to have sex with you.
Yeah.
That's all. Oh.
It sound like Ben just want to hit that raw.
Yeah, just want to hit it raw.
He just want to hit it raw.
He want to hit it raw. So
he wasn't hitting it raw with the engagement ring in the early 2000s?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Nah, them niggas, they hit it wrong. He probably was trying to.
Did he get a kid out of her? Think about it.
That's what he was.
No, he wasn't going to. You notice what they did? They married their own kind and had children with their own kind. Mm-hmm. Ben married a white woman. J-Lo married a Puerto Rican. They had their children.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Mexican.
Oh, I thought Mark Anthony. No, Mark Anthony's Puerto Rican.
I thought he was Mexican.
Nah,
my bad.
Yeah. Well,
don't do that.
Hold on. We can. That's the cool thing about Facebook, because you can check the shit right now. Because
you could just say Hispanic and
okay, yeah, he's
see, Buddha wants to not recognize the individual.
We want to give him his flowers. We want to tell who the fuck he is. Is he Puerto Rican?
Yeah,
or he's Mexican?
Oh, that's fucked up. It says
Hispanic.
he is known as a Latin singer. That's fucked up. We know he's Latin.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, Mark Anthony. That don't. Okay.
Well, he's not Cleopatra.
Yeah. Again, so
he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Son of Puerto Rican parents.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's Puerto Rican. So they made children with their own kind.
Right.
Dr. Umar would be proud.
Right.
Yeah.
She, like I said, she ain't the type of person that's gonna stay tied down. Because again, you gotta look at her. She's over 50, right?
Yeah.
And we just had a conversation about Tracy Ellis Ross. Mm-hmm. She's over 50. And it seemed like she putting teasers out there. They're like, well, if a woman of her beauty and she gotta show half naked and stuff like that, it means she's desperate for a man. Me personally, I wouldn't think that, but
that's what they got out of that.
Oh, that was a conversation. That was a lot of people that was saying about Tracy Ellis Ross. But I'm just like J-Lo, for instance, why she have short relationships? Again,
something wrong with her.
It's all an image. She don't want to be out here throwing that pussy around and be talked about. So you get with somebody, stay with them for a few years, which you never know. Like I said, remember, a lot of these once you get that top tier, that 1%, they be fucking each other. They be passing their wives around and shit like that, because they not gonna dip below that glass ceiling no more. So that means, she get with Mark Anthony, she probably fuck his friends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? As she go through the crew, then she like, all right, I'm gonna break up with your ass.
Loving the crew.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's very much a possibility. So, hey.
I mean, that's what, listen, a lot of motherfuckers are swingers and shit. So if you with somebody, right, and you with them, y'all swingers, that means y'all fucking different husband and wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Lifestyle. Oh yeah, yeah. His not my kink thing. Yeah. Yeah. But this one was sadder with Judge Mathis and his wife Linda filing for
33
divorce.
years.
39. 39 years of
He
marriage.
divorced her.
No, she filed for it.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, yep, the number one. And so it looks like they're calling it quits. She filed for divorce for the Los Angeles Superior Court on Thursday. She was probably there with J-Lo. They both fist bumped each other after they filed that shit. It looks like 39 years of marriage together. They had 4 children, it looks like. Yeah.
They got it's grandkids.
39, 36, 35, and 34.
They got grandkids.
So there was no prenup, and she did apply for spousal support.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it looks like they
But
got
how long though?
It doesn't matter.
What you mean? That's what you mean.
for another 39 years. No,
Seriously, nigga, from day one, you raise family, all your kids are grown, y'all been together ever
you mean
since.
tell me?
I'm just saying, just hear me out now. If
Okay.
you're married, just in general, this is the only, like I tell all my homies, this is the only time you'll ever hear me say 1 + 1 = 1.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what he does. If she was there, there's no prenup. She's entitled to everything. Because
So-
it's like they did it together.
So what if he done it before her?
It
She just
doesn't
came.
matter.
It does matter.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. If he
Legally,
had, wait.
If he married her,
if he had his shit before her and she came in, right? Now, I believe there should be some type of payment, but nothing to where I gotta pay you until death do us part. Once you decide you want to sign that paperwork to leave, I'll give you enough to stay on your feet about 5-10 years. And if you ain't smart enough, especially over years, see me, this is what I would do. See me, anybody who's dealing with me, I would make sure they have their own business. You feel what I'm saying? You making money too. So if you making money just like me, if we leave and separate, you know, even if I have more money than you are in place, in position based off my name, my image and likeness to where you are making a business, you're making money too. See, I ain't the one to sit here and like, oh, you sit at home, you don't do anything, you just had the kids and everything. You just, hell, no. If you in a career, hey, I'm already pushing you. What type of business you want to do with that degree? That's how I'm thinking. I ain't one of these old school cats like, hey, I just keep you knocked up and broke and shit like that. Cause guess what? Them niggas gotta pay for that shit until you done moved on to somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? And you still gotta pay for the first one. Fuck no. Especially if I had my shit together. Cause we reversed that. We have had discussions where there's women who's paying spousal support, and the women's all, all that other shit.
I'm just saying, my point
It doesn't
is,
favor a man. Marriage for a man, if he gets divorced, that shit doesn't
whoever's
favor
making
him.
the bread is not going to favor them.
yeah, pretty
It's that simple. Whoever making the bread, it won't favor
all
them.
the money.
Right.
But just as far as
that's why I make sure she making bread
I
just
just
like
look
me.
at it from a fact of black love.
Yeah.
Black life. Nigga, this is your wife. Y'all been together forever. Y'all came up together. He tells the
Correct.
story all the time.
Correct.
He tells the story all the time.
Correct.
So if y'all came up together, y'all grew up together. Now
And
y'all,
one or the other decide
now
they
y'all
wanna
may
leave
have-
shit.
Now y'all may have went y'all separate ways. Even if you're saying it can only be 5-10 years, nigga, the smart nigga, whether it's male or female, all right, if you're only gonna pay me for 5 years, 10 years, take whatever that number is and break it down even further. Stretch it out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, you know me, I'm automatically like, we're gonna get you set up. We're gonna make sure you're making money too. So if in doubt we do decide to go our separate ways, you good.
Everybody should be making money.
yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't set their other half up like that. So then you wonder why you got to pay even after that. I'm not paying somebody that I'm no longer with.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. And it shouldn't be the other way neither. Now, if what I do impact, now I am a firm believer because I do work to where I am a provider. If we are together, right, I will have some type of what they call a quote unquote severance pay to where you're able to sustain this lifestyle even after I'm gone. You feel what I'm saying? But that's only for a certain amount of time, like a one lump sum pay, and that's it. I'm not. That's just like me, a company sitting here paying you, and you've been out of my company 10, 20 years. What the fuck kind of shit is that? No. So that's why I say if I come in, if she helped me build it up, all right, I ain't got a problem. I'll say we split that shit 50-50 and keep it going and shit like that. But if I had my shit going before she came into play, fuck no. I'll look out. You know what I'm saying? I'll give her a few $1 million. I'll look out, but it ain't gonna be something that I got a $20,000 a month, $40,000 a month type shit. Fuck no. Cause if you do that 40,000 times 12, what the fuck is that?
40,000 times 12. Yeah.
Right. That's over $1 million.
Yeah.
That's over $1 million. I know that. Fuck no.
You said 480?
40,000 times 40,000 a month times a year. That 12, that's a year. 12 months.
40,000 times 12. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's quite a bit of money.
Right. And you talk right, and you talking
I'm
about
pulling out the calculator now.
You talking
40,000 times 12.
Yeah.
480,000.
You talking about paying that shit for the next 20 years? And it depends on where you at in the age. If she like 60 or something like that, that means you think she'll live another 10 to 20 years. I gotta pay almost.
She's 61.
Yeah, so she gonna live at least 80. What if she get to 100? Because women do live longer than men.
Especially when they're taking your money.
Right, 100 years old, man. I still gotta pay a
food
$500,000
out your great grandbaby's mouth, nigga.
Fuck no.
Yeah, so it looks like they wed in 1985 when Mathis was 25. And
again, if you help me build it from ground up, you deserve half. I'm not gonna.
She helped him build it from ground up.
Okay, well then, if she helped him build it from ground up, that's fine. Then, if she helped him build it up from ground up, yeah, she deserved it. I ain't no qualm. Yeah. I was speaking as if I came in and I had my shit, and she came in.
Bro, you gotta remember, Judge Mathis, he always tells you his story about how he got locked up. He's from the rough side of Detroit. How his girl saved him, and they got in school. He talks about this shit all the time.
Yeah, that's just like.
They called everybody a crackhead.
He looked like a crackhead. Yeah, they all smoking crack. Yeah, so. He gonna have to break off some bread, bro, because, that's 40 years. That's 40 fucking years, man.
And just in general,
I'm like, damn.
Honestly, 40 years, unless y'all are just at each other's throats, nigga, you've had some great times with this person. You just you know what? You
was 40 years. You right.
You know what? Here, let's just let's go our separate ways. Here you go. I hope you have joy and happiness and whatever it is you're trying to find what the rest of it is. Nigga, that's a long time, God.
Yeah, I know.
Even with me, nigga, I'm thinking to myself, I'm pushing numbers. Me and wifey pushing numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even look at it like that, though.
Yeah, y'all have been together over 20 years.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. We pushing. It ain't just about
Yeah, over 20 years.
20 years, yeah. Married.
Well, not married. I'm talking about being together over 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. Once I start putting all these numbers together, you'll get an idea. There's nothing that I've done or nothing that she's done to where we haven't been involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's who am I to be oh, you gonna fucking pay me? Or who is she to be oh, no, you gonna pay? We've been together forever. We both established each other's everything.
Yeah, but some people that taking place and they are bitter when shit ends.
Yeah, she could have been mad after 40 plus years, but she getting paid though. She came into the relationship with nothing and left with half. So she deserves it, I guess. So I ain't mad at her. But, we can move on to a more positive note because Ashanti and Nelly welcome their
I'm
first.
assuming that's a positive because we don't know what happened with his drug charge.
Yeah, Nigga might have been celebrating. He might have been happy.
That's what I'm saying, man. This shit's so fucked up, man. People can't even live their own life no more, yo. Everybody gotta be judging them for everything.
So on August 21st, 43-year-old Ashanti and 49-year-old Nelly confirmed the birth of their first
He
child.
spent the block, boy. He said, I'm going to get that pussy. I'm going to
Yeah.
knock your ass up too, boy.
Yeah,
you
but
did your thing, boy. I ain't going to
Nelly had kids before
It's
her.
gonna be him or her.
I know that, but that was the one he wanted though. That's the one he got away, and he got her ass back, boy. He ain't hesitate. He's like,
Yeah.
"Look, we ain't playing. Come here."
So yeah, they welcomed their son, and it looks like they welcomed their son on July 18th. That's what it says. Oh, I didn't know that. So they welcomed their son on July 18th, and it looks like Ashanti acknowledged it in a August 21st Instagram post. Did you see the Instagram post? I don't know if that was appropriate, in my honest opinion, for a 4-week removed after giving birth to your son, and you on the internet.
She want to show her
Celebrities,
how
man, this is what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
She want to show that look her body snatched back up.
It ain't snatched back up. It's got a long way to go, but I mean,
She's 40. She in her 40s though.
yeah, it's gonna stay on. It's gonna stay on.
Not necessarily. She go to working out. She can get it tight, man.
Well, no,
It's 3-something million motherfuckers that would still be trying to break Ashanti back down right now.
yeah.
we know that.
Yeah, I just don't think it was the most appropriate photo. I'm just like, damn.
is appropriate in this day?
I mean, it's not like she got thongs on. She got granny panties on. Well, they not granny panties, but they like
No, they granny
Everybody's out with it. Hold on, just to let me make sure I quote this properly. Everybody's outside showing they moose knuckle. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, what is proper these days, nigga?
right. Showing that.
I mean, none of this is proper.
Look,
but
showing their ass. Look, this is some of the butt cheeks out and shit. You see girls and shit. They got their ass out and everything.
Yeah.
Shorts cut all up the ass.
I don't know where or when, but it's like there's no
Everything's a
line.
blur now.
Yeah, every line has been blurred. Nigga. Every line.
Everything is just inappropriate.
But that's my point. But what is inappropriate?
No, I mean all this shit.
They done smeared from, and this is the craziest shit. Remember how serious politics used to be? Mm-hmm. How uptight you used to think
Everything
now
has to
everything
be-
is
everything has to
entertainment
be
value.
tactical.
Now everything is entertainment value, yo.
You got
Every single thing has some sort of entertainment value attached to it, no matter what it is.
Gotta play
Even
with the
fucking church, nigga.
sensitive. Yep.
Even, bruh, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor,
Neighbor.
he'll stretch your meat. Like, come on, bruh.
He saying that.
Come on.
Yeah. Ugh.
You ever been swallowed up?
No, I have not, TD Jakes.
No.
Hell no.
Everything has some sort of entertainment value.
Everything has to have an entertainment
I mean,
value.
if you trying to, it all comes back to the what? That money. You gotta have viewerships and all that shit.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep it moving from Ashanti and discuss Juvenile, because Juvenile,
Back that ass up.
yeah, he left the airplane on American after American asked him to move his first class seat to coach without an explanation. And it pissed him off so bad, it made him say, "That was that nerve, huh?" And it infuriated him so much that he gathered his stuff and left the plane without delay. And the crazy part was the flight attendants did not provide an immediate reason for the downgrade, and they only asked Juvenile to downgrade. His wife, who was sitting next to him, did not ask to be, or was not asked to downgrade. So
Sorry. The reason being is it has been reported that it was a computer generated number, and his number was it for him to move to coach. That was the reason why American Airlines has reached out and apologized to Juvenile and saying that they will rectify the situation. So that was the reason why he was moved. Computer generated.
As if he gets booked for another show somewhere.
Right. Computer generated book picked his number for him to move back because it was a smaller plane from the original size plane it was supposed to come. Usually that happens when there is some type of weather delay. So a smaller plane came in, So yeah, that was what happened. That was was reported. Excuse me. Don't know.
So Juvenile was pissed. He said, the shit is funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the people on the plane, y'all pick a celebrity. And it's like, okay, Juvie. And he is a celebrity. Yeah,
he is.
I ain't trying to play
Don't
Juvenile.
Play
It's just weird when niggas always talk about.
But don't, because like nigga, it's not like you're a current.
Yeah, that's
you're a
kinda,
celebrity because of the culture. Like you're don't do that to everybody, yo. But yeah, don't do that, dog.
So yeah, Juvenile took to Instagram to show it looks like his extensive history of first class flights, just to prove that he was able to afford first class flights previously.
He's saying American. That's one fucking number y'all shouldn't. That computer should never have pulled up because he been paying first flights for over 20 fucking years.
Not necessarily him paying, just flying. Like I mean, he been.
You know how many fucking air miles? Which damn though, but really though.
You gotta think about how many times.
Look, you know you ain't
that
made.
group had been booked to perform somewhere, just in general.
But they
Who, the Hot Boys?
Just from the time that they even been introduced.
You would think they would have did private jets.
But everybody doesn't manage their money in that manner.
Because I'm about to say private jets. You know what I'm saying, y'all. If he charging about $70,000 a fucking show, nigga, you can afford it.
You think that's what Juvenile's charging now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was charging $60,000
Oh, when?
this year.
Damn,
That's facts. I know.
Yo, that Tiny Desk must have did something.
$60,000.
That Tiny Desk must have did something real.
Yeah, he's no longer the same nigga that used to hang with Rusty and Kirby.
Hey, guess
on
what?
this other shit now.
That's what they doing. They charge.
But he's flying first class everywhere.
$60,000. That's what he charged.
Yeah.
I said, Juve, you can't even bring you can't even bring 5,000 people solid by yourself.
Okay. Well, we're gonna keep it moving on rappers because there was some issue in Philly. Philly rapper got shot up, and do you know what his name was?
Oh man, it was oh my god.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up now.
It was funny.
Deceased.
YBCDUL.
Yeah,
is that how you pronounce it?
It's supposed to be Young Getting Money Gang, some shit like that.
YBCDUL.
So they
YBC Dole.
They supposed to be offshoots from YSL and shit.
Oh, okay, I got you. So yeah, it looks like he was affiliated with the gang. Oh shit.
Yep. Affiliated gang. He got
Young Bad Chasers. That's what the YBC stands for. And he was fatally shot August 23rd. It looks like the alleged leader of the violent West Philadelphia-based gang and popular rapper was shot Friday in the city's only section. He was 25 years old and was shot multiple times in the chest and right hand at 3:34 in the afternoon.
Chest, they wet his ass up.
Yeah, I saw the video earlier of the actual shooting. And
That shit was wicked, and it was close range.
yeah, all close range. And if you had seen them niggas shooting, that was very personal. Old boy did the U-turn and ran back and bucked him.
Yeah. Spun the block.
Spun the block.
And all because he desecrated one of their homies' grave, and he posted it online, and he went on a podcast basically bragging it. So
Yeah. I'm not saying that he should have died, but
We talk about this shit every week, yo.
yeah,
Attention.
that attention is
Boy,
a mug.
hey, one thing I can say, y'all dumb as hell, boy. Y'all want to die over some fucking goddamn attention, boy. That internet the internet notoriety. It don't get you no fucking money, none of that shit, and you don't live long enough to even talk about it. That is just like I don't get it.
But you want to know what's even worse about this? This dude went and died. He went and got himself bodied over a person that was already bodied.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But
you got yourself killed over a dead man.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's
You
what
could just
should have
left
happened. I think when it gets to a point where you're digging up the dead to disrespect them, you need to die yourself.
Yeah, because I will say the one thing that we have lost
It's humanity.
Not human. No. It's a level of respect.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
whether it doesn't even matter, because you be like, it's a code to the streets. It's just
Ain't no code.
No. But I'm just saying, like, just in general, we have gotten so far away from when there used to be actual laws, rules, and regulations that weren't needed by police or officials with whistles and flashlights and guns and shit. Like just regular. From the village to the community to just regular, like I'm saying, just street rules, codes of conduct, what you say don't exist anymore. Very true. But it would have never gotten to this back in the day.
No,
Of course.
It would have
niggas have respect, especially in the
that's what I'm
South.
saying, like somewhere along the line, they just found that let me be as disrespectful as I possibly can because I got this thing called the internet now.
Well, it's not just that. I also think sometimes people that weren't born and raised in America bring some characteristics from their land to America, and some
It doesn't matter if
violence.
they were born here or not, I don't think. Because I personally, I think America is the most savage, grimiest land ever created.
It is.
Like, regardless of
Out
how
of
you think of
everything?
it. Out of,
Yeah,
bruh,
yeah.
Remember, think about how America was even created. You
killed-
came here, killed everybody,
killed
then
the-
told
you-
us, and then told us the niggas who were here weren't here originally.
You killed
They
it.
did that
You-
in Australia.
But that's what I'm saying.
We ain't
But
gotta-
listen, but we're not talking about Australia, though. We're talking about home. We're talking about here.
Yeah, but I
You done came
mean,
here,
other
killed
countries
niggas
have.
who were here, told us they weren't here. This is your land.
Then you kidnap some niggas
you-
to come over here.
On top of that,
help
whatever they
build
were,
up the damn land.
whatever God or spirit they were dealing with, you took that from them, told them that whatever that was a lie. You gave them a book with some fucking symbols and shit. We call them alphabets now. Told them they got to learn how to read this, and this is who they're supposed to be dealing with.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on.
Well, I mean, that's happened all over Africa too.
No, but we're not talking about Africa. We're talking about here.
But you
Africa's
just
the
said
first place.
America is like the worst country.
Yeah, because this shit is still going on in this modern day racism, and this is how this shit is built, and we're still dealing with the effects of it till this day. And people like to act like you just making this shit up.
No, but white supremacy is an international structure, and
It
what's
is.
happening here happens in other countries as well.
As it is.
Yeah, but we're here. This is
Yeah,
home to me.
I know.
So I like this. Like I said, from my perspective, I mean, it may not be the worst thing, but
Yeah.
bro. In the words of motherfucking Kendrick Lamar, it's in our DNA, nigga.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that's happened here, just even getting here, and it's still here, and it's in your DNA. You can feel it, and you don't know why you feel like that.
Yeah, but we never had a point in America where niggas was digging up the dead, not for just to be disrespectful. Maybe to build apartment buildings on them, but that's different.
That was some Jim Crow shit.
Yes, we have. Yes, the fuck we have. I'm gonna push back. Yes, we have.
When?
Anytime a white person look at you and say he raped my daughter and it was a blatant lie, you hung his ass just because of the color of his skin.
And digging up Emmett Till shit.
Yeah, they didn't dig him up.
Man, they
Basically,
shot.
They shot his
They
memorial.
shot headstone.
They
nigga.
sh- I mean,
Well,
like,
yeah, but they didn't dig. Well, what I'm saying is that's not normal accepted behavior.
it was back then because white supremacy. It was normal behavior to hang a black person.
Well, yeah.
It was.
I'm talking specifically about digging up the dead.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what I'm saying is they mutilate the body before you get in the grave. Before you get in the grave.
Yeah,
So
they desecrate the
they
dead.
They did the disrespect before you got in the damn grave.
Yeah.
He did it after the motherfucker was in the grave. So it was in my opinion, it's worse disrespecting the motherfucker before they die and make them and cause their demise versus somebody who's already dead and you digging up their shit. It's still disrespectful on both ends, but the first one I'm just describing, that's more hideous. That's more like in your face, like, oh, you black? Oh yeah, hang that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like hanging a nigga today, let's hang that nigga.
It's just a hang a nigga type of day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you had a fucking whole town of white people and everything, kids and all celebrating. They shooting the body and everything. After they hung him up,
and Taki,
they done
nigga.
mutilated his man parts, done shot him all up, everything, hung him up, and for the whole city parade. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's some fucking gruesome shit.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of?
What's
if y'all
up?
ever need something to check out, man, y'all can always go listen to No Marching. It's available on all your streaming platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Check the video out,
Just
man. It's
Buddha.
called No Marching. It's called No Marching, man.
And I will edit in some. Hey, Branson's here, and I hear bottles clinging. Did you bring any food?
Hey, guess what, Branson? I'm still celebrating, so get you a something or something and get you a shot of this.
Yes, Branson's.
Right. Branson's came in, people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but that's
In fact,
that's
I
just,
need a shot of that. I'm gonna put the camera on Buddha.
yeah. So
Because I'm getting
my whole thing is like this is like I said, it's even more hideous when you kill somebody, you desecrate their ass in front of their face, and then you do it to them before they die and after they die. So it's worse either way. All I know is 40 what that shit was like 60 years ago? Yeah, 60 years ago. 60 years ago. This was white Americans were doing to black people. If they feel like
And
hanging,
they're so bored they can't find nothing else to do
let's
with
go
their
hang.
time.
Let's go hang a nigga.
They keep trying to shoot this nigga shit up still to this day. Yo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the fact that you had to go and put surveillance cameras on a gravesite, on a tombstone. You know,
Right.
Just let it resonate.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
this
disrespect.
and this a black boy, a young boy on top of that.
It was lied on.
Right,
Yeah.
that was lied on, saying that he whistled at a white woman, didn't do not such a thing. So again, we have times that has been even more worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out.
This was just fucked up either way. And then, like I said, boy, if you doing some shit like that, you would think you would be a lot more on point. You know what I'm saying? He so loosely, he rolled right past the niggas and he ain't see him. They looking right at him. He probably looked at them.
Mm-hmm.
Got his ass. Like,
Everybody looking at each other like,
looking at
"Oh."
each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got out, wet his ass up. I mean, close range. So, all the young bucks out there better chill out, man. For real.
Yeah.
I got a lot more to live for.
Yeah. Speaking of reasons to live for, Tyrese is.
Why is he everywhere, yo?
Look, I told him my theory. The other day. I said 50% is real and 50% was embellished. And guess what? Look like I'm a fucking genius. Because he damn sure was at the SWAT Me At game tonight.
Yeah. Well, who was playing?
FAMU against Norfolk State. Yeah.
You know who won?
I was just
FAMU
trying to
was
see
winning.
the damn halftime show.
Yeah, the battle
FAMU.
band.
See it.
Battle band, but FAMU was winning. They was on the verge of winning the game before I leave. But yeah, Mr. Tyrese was there halftime. He was all smile. You saw all 32 teeth. You know what I'm saying? And he was all happy. And in the process of him happy, he was sitting there promoting his damn movie. And he was sitting there encouraging all you young people that's under 25. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Don't even wait till the last minute. Y'all know how you get y'all tickets on like that. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. And he, laughing and everything, kicking the field goal and everything. Like I was telling these gentlemen the other night, he was in act mode. You feel what I'm saying? He sitting there.
He making promo runs.
Yeah,
Now, mind you, again, like I said, the shit he going through is real. Cause last one we saw, he was talking about his wife asking, wanting more child support, want more money and stuff like that. So, again, that is real because he actually going through that. And then once he start crying and he got his fans that feel sorry for him. And guess what? When they start doing Google search, when they start listening to his music on Apple or motherfucking Spotify or whatever streaming apparatus that he have his music on, y'all pay him every time. So this is the reason why I was saying it didn't matter what the niggas was saying because the women ratio is 4-1.
Yeah.
And because the women ratio is 4-1 and these women do spend money, he has a solid ass fan base.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is really about Tyrese hopping on Instagram to complain about his ex-wife wanting to increase monthly child support payments to $40,000. So Tyrese was on Instagram Live, basically just going off, saying that the mother of his daughter has yet to take accountability for the trauma she has caused him.
Just drink it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, man, come on.
Okay, so it says he got letters from her lawyers requesting.
Birthday to me, nigga.
Yes, he gets letters from her lawyers requesting that they.
Discard that noise in the background, please.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Disregard the noise because the man trying to read it. You can't even handle the goddamn liquor and shit. You're a goddamn look. We got a goddamn tadpole in the damn pond with the big fish and shit. He over there struggling and shit. And the pasta his ass over there struggling. He being fucking rude, drying us out. We gotta talk. You notice I was talking loud and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Damn.
No, that's all. Okay. Well, yes, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted.
That's so
damn
rude.
So Tyrese said he was being requested to send all of his tax returns to his lawyers because she's trying to get $20,000. He said. Then he said, I think they're trying to make it up to like $40,000. They've been looking at all of his movies, his concerts, and everything he's been doing. And they've been rubbing their hands like blood-sucking lawyers.
Why would he's in a situation like, why would I want to get married when you might come across a woman that's vindictive like that? That's not gonna do things in an applicable way. She's not gonna do things in a cohesive way. She want to make your life miserable.
I mean, but that's why a lot of guys look at it like that, especially when you got money. You get a little bit more protective because now you look at a woman and even though you want her to love you, you know she got them assets in the back of her head. Yeah. You know them assets are sitting in the back of her head.
You're valuable to her first because of what you got.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it says Tyrese said that she makes close to $150,000 a year from social media. But her attorneys claim they only got $5,000 from representing her for the last 4 years.
What are we doing wrong?
Because they're banking on a pot of gold from them.
Because
what are we doing wrong?
What do you mean? What are we doing wrong?
Is she getting naked on social media?
What
is she doing? Because she making a lot. She making six figures.
The fact of the matter is, you attached.
First of all,
she's attached. That's her. First
husband. Of all, his ex-wife is fine as a motherfucker.
Right?
Okay, that's cool.
And you married.
Look, that's cool. She's fine.
Married.
That's cool.
Listen, man,
but
you already know.
But what is she doing per se? That's what.
She does YouTube. She does YouTube. I've seen her videos. She does she's a YouTube vlogger with a shitty podcast, nowhere near our quality.
So basically, like I said, she's attached to him, and she getting paid by being married to him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which what I was pretty much saying is, only difference is he should have invested a little bit more to where she was making as much she trying to get from his ass.
Baby, you better get busy.
Yeah, so Tyrese says he stressed the hell out. She divorced me, and they're rubbing their hands over there, hoping I do more concert shows and movies, trying to get more of his money.
And look tonight he was promoting a damn movie.
Probably tried to get you booked.
Promote his fucking damn album and shit.
Look, they probably tried to get him booked and everything. Everybody working to get this. All he's doing right now is
the encore.
Yeah, I know. All he's currently doing is a promo run. I know. Trust me. He's just doing a promo run. He's trying to get some money up for whatever products or whatever he's pushing.
Okay.
Have y'all heard it?
Nope.
Charlamagne said this shit is kind of dope.
Okay, you might want to check it.
Man, I mean, like I said, I told you.
This ain't gonna tell you anything.
I told you it was 50% acting and 50% embellish. I mean, 50% real, and the other is embellishing.
Yeah, he's just dealing with a lot. And these niggas want to call it mental health. I just think he on bullshit. Like, he's just dealing with so much shit. He lashes out, and people, they give him different labels, but he's just on bullshit. He's dealing with so much. He's stressed out. He's hurt. Hurt people. You want to call it mental health? It might be mental health. It might not. It's a little bit of everything. But that nigga's just lashing out, yo.
Yeah,
that shit is.
How much of it, again, like Hassan says, how much of it is real pain and how much of it is
I'm saying 50
overacting?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying 50-50.
If you've seen Tropical Thunder, when he's like, I can't cry. Yeah, that's Tyrese. Like, I can cry on the spot. I can cry, drop of a dime. Yeah. Waterworks everywhere. Like, everywhere.
Yeah,
but
and then
that's
he
some of
started
the
twerking
acting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's in, like you said, 50-50. 50% true, 50% he's just in character.
50% is real. What he dealing with. The other 50%, he milking that shit. He's in character.
And it's very unfortunate.
It turns into. I mean, cut you
Go
off.
for it.
It turns into money. Believe it or not, when you are at that top of if you have a fan base. So I gave an example. Let's say look on whatever his Instagram account is. Let's say he got 2 million people following him. Right? He cried. Ooh, all he need is what 10 to 100,000 just to chip in $2 to $10 into this shit. That's over a couple of $1 million.
Especially if he's got, because he does have a loyal fan base.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
He's still relevant.
Exactly.
What people might say about Ty, he's still relevant.
And by him doing these antics is keeping him to continue to be relevant.
Yeah.
Relevancy meaning money. As long as people is Google searching you, as long as all your social media platform number wise goes up, people follow you, blah blah blah. That all constitute into money.
Yeah, and it looks like his ex has responded online against all of these accusations.
Getting at him ass.
Yeah, she has finally taken the time to dig a subtle response as she took to social media, basically saying, what is it? A lot of us be giving attention to people, places, and things that we are no longer at, meaning you're still giving them a currency that can't give back. Because the more time that you decide to give somebody that you are not with your intention, the longer you stay attached to a situation you're trying to. This is whole babble. But Tyrese's ex-wife just basically made it clear that Tyrese, that she's not watching what Tyrese is doing and says her future is greater than her past.
That's a lie, because if so, then why is you sitting here? Your trying to get his money.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go ahead and just get a reasonable settlement and move the fuck on?
Because you're going to wring this boy dry.
This is what I was just trying
You gonna
to
wring
tell
this
Blue
boy out.
before. There's situations that marriage is not favorable for a man, especially if he got money. That's not favorable for him. So, my whole theory is if I was to ever get married, you best believe I'm putting that woman in position. Unless she helps me from the beginning, right? If she helped me with the beginning on something, all right, she get 50-50. But if I came in on some shit, hell fucking no.
This is the never-ending story. How many times have we heard a woman married to a wealthy gentleman? We need to see how much more money we can get up out of him before it's over.
That's why.
You see what I'm saying? That's what she's looking at. Before you can't make another dollar, let's see how much more money we can get out of it.
That's why I had no problem with how Nick and what Cam Newton was talking to the so-called this therapist and shit. And she tried to break down how, because he kept real. He said, hey, listen, I have a fear of getting married. And she broke it down basically saying that, he's making he's creating broken homes and stuff because of
he is. I think she did a good job of calling them out.
Well, again, how can you call somebody out when you know for a fact that 90% of women that comes in contact of you, one, they're looking at, hey, who are you? You Cam Newton. So that means you got money attached to you. They looking at your shoes. They looking at what you wear. Looking at your car. They practically half-assed. They already half-assed throwing it. They gave you the pussy. They gave you the pussy and done created a baby for you without you even sitting there playing that shit.
So are you... Bruh, so I don't know if you really want me to.
Yeah, I want to. Come on. Let's go.
Are you really going to give yourself to everybody though?
No, he's not giving himself to everybody. It's selective. He has 8 children, 3 different women.
But the way that he's going about, and I don't even give a fuck about how he's doing. My issue with this nigga was, quit trying to sound fucking smarter than what you are, my nigga. You can use regular words so you can understand what the fuck she's talking about. That was my issue with that whole shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I tell y'all, I don't care what this nigga does in his homes or whatever, however he shoots up I don't care about none of that. My nigga, you got your hats on and all that shit. You fly, my nigga. You a Carolina Panther, my nigga. You got to be educated, but you don't have to try and use words that you may not know what they don't. That you don't know what they mean. You don't have bruh.
Don't do it to yourself,
bro. I respect Cam Newton so much, nigga, and it hurt when I'm sitting here listening to this shorty tell this nigga exactly what it is that he tried to Well, it's not even check her, but it's like he doesn't know he's agreeing with what she's saying, but the words he's using, it's like, my nigga, just say you don't understand what she's using. Can you break it down for me? Like, I just wish he would have said that instead of trying to go back.
But she read him correctly, I think.
That's the issue. Like, he is making broken homes. I have no problem. Like, you're going to shoot up as many clubs as women allow you to, I have no issue with that. But
this is where I had to
it's
do
the
a little,
continuation of.
but this is where I had to do a little pushback on it. Now,
It's the women, right?
how you know he didn't come in with good intention, and
I'm not saying he didn't.
and he locked in with this woman
Because he made babies with them.
exactly. He locked in with his woman, made kids with her, and then somehow, some way, that shit wasn't gonna work out.
Who's to
The
say
writing
that,
was on the wall,
Who's to
so
say
he
that
decided
anything
to
ever
leave.
deteriorated with those relationships? I don't. That's why listen to what I'm saying clearly. I don't know if he has any issues with any of the mothers of his children.
Right?
Even
He
now.
probably don't.
I'm not saying that
He probably
does.
have a great, and obviously he's involved in all his kids' life. He's not there every day. I'm
What the shorty
presuming.
was saying to him is, normally with these dynamics, the kid always wants to have the father around. He's not always going to be there. That's just that's just the reality
Who say
of the
they
situation.
not like how Nick Cannon got? He got them all on
I'm
his
sure they're
land.
not on the
But
compound.
Nick Cannon got his spread out through different
And Nick
states.
Cannon's just
No, they
everywhere.
all on his
I'm-
damn. He
I'm
got
li-
them all on his damn. What's the name?
They're all on one
Oh, he
compound.
got a compound?
They got on.
If
He
you-
got all his
and that's the
baby
thing.
mom got houses on
If
his
you
property.
do the compound thing and you're really nation
Why it gotta be a
building,
compound? Why can't it just be some land that he built the house?
it's called a
on his
compound.
land?
I mean, that's
That's
a
not a
compound.
compound. So if I buy 20 acres and I build 5 houses on it, that's a compound.
Cam Newton. Let's not do this.
No, we gonna do this.
It's called. They call it a compound.
They call that a compound. Wow. How's that?
Because
And
there's
this is
multiple
what I
homes.
mean. I don't.
But it's
I'm not trying
spread
to.
out, it's spread out though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to offend anybody, but if that's the thing that he's doing and that's the nation building, that's what I mean by that is immaculate stuff. But when the way that he's going, if the way he's going about doing it, and you got them spread out everywhere, it's just what happens is the child wants or needs
And I agree with you on
that,
that.
and that's all. That's the
agree with
only.
you.
That's it. That's the only. Other than that, I just want my nigga to be more aware of the cognizant. Like, just come on, my nigga. Words have meaning.
I
Words
got you.
have meaning.
I got you, but I'm more. I'm not even go. Hey, I ain't got the.
Cause I fuck with Cam
I got
Newton,
you.
yo.
I got
and
you.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and this is to everybody. Even back to we always do like NMK, because I used to be in here wilding, but I had to come to the enlightenment that none of this shit affects me. It doesn't affect my home.
Right.
None of it does. But what he's doing, it might, because that creates some type of attachment or lack of attachment type of situations.
Again, who's to say that he been with these women? If he had 8 kids, right?
Yeah.
By 3 different women, so we can figure at least three.
Either way, it doesn't.
So he been with them for a while. In other words, what I'm
I don't
getting
know if
at.
he's been with them or not.
Yeah.
You had to. You got 3 kids.
I don't know if he's been with them.
Yeah,
that doesn't even shooting up the club.
No, okay. Based off how it's been reported, he's had relationship with these women.
Yeah,
So-
like I said, I think he's a stand-up person in
So
general.
So what I'm saying is, when my pushback on what the doctor was saying, right?
Yeah.
How you know that he's coming in intentionally making these broken homes? How you know he came in with a good heart to actually see this thing through, and somewhere down the line the shit didn't work out
Because he made babies with them before he got to that
I
point.
mean,
No.
if you are
But
in
see,
a
that's what we're in
relationship,
agree- that's what I'm trying
if
to
you
say.
are in a relationship
I
with
don't
him,
know if
and
he
you
has any issues
right,
with any of his baby
well,
mamas.
let me say,
He just didn't want to make a commitment.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what I'm okay.
That's something entirely different.
That's one area. But when I'm on the other side of it. I'm on the other side to where he probably did try to work this thing out, and the writing was on the wall that it wasn't gonna change. So because of that, it's no need to even continue on. Let's move on. He's still a part of his kid's life. He's still doing what he's supposed to do, et cetera, et cetera. Now it just so happened it's 3 women.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna happen like that. It's not like, hey, the man, Hey, he got some strong genes. He knocking them up. I mean, that's what happened when you in a monogamous relationship. Now, if he had multiple women, then yeah, he wouldn't probably had all them babies with them women at one particular woman. You feel what I'm
I don't know
saying?
if he did or not. I'm just saying I want my nigga to be more aware of what the fuck going on.
Oh, I got you on that. I don't have no pushback on far as what you're saying. My thing is when the lady was saying that he's intentionally creating broken homes, and I'm like, you don't know that. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? He probably came in wanting this shit to work out. If you have multiple kids with one person, right? That means you must like their ass to do that.
Unless it happened at one time. You had like twins
it wasn't nothing that I don't know that he have any twins or whatever, triplets or whatever the case may be.
That's stuff that you plan to happen at that point. Like if you got multiples with the same person,
sometimes you don't plan it.
No, but typically you have to plan that.
If you are in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, you're not really.
Are you wearing?
If you're
not wearing protection, nigga,
you're right. If you're not wearing protection, you're right. But you're not also. But you also not having a conversation either about it. It's more like if it happens, it happens. That's the attitude.
That's the conversation.
If it happens, it happens. If it happens, you're right. I feel it's not a verbal conversation. We're speaking on a verbal conversation. Right. Okay. Well, most of the time it's not a verbal conversation because one, I got money, so if it happens, I can take care of my baby. It's not a question. So ain't no broke nigga status.
And that's where I guess everybody's issue is. How much money is enough money, or too little?
It's not even about the money. It's about the presence of a father.
That's what I'm saying. It's a blurred line with being present physically and financially.
And I think that's the thing. Like the being present physically part. Money good. The money good. Money, but
I believe he's there presently. Because you don't hear no reports of him.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to say he is or is not.
Right.
But I understand what she
was
trying to say
to that. My only
because
thing,
and I'm not trying to keep cutting you off, but nigga, my scenario, nigga, you know what I'm going through.
Exactly.
I got 3 in-house every day.
Right.
Run me up the motherfucking wall,
right.
nigga. So it's like, if I have money like this, is this what I'm creating and I'm walking away from and I'm just walking back into every now and then just to make sure that
it's because if you got money and you can take care of your situation, right? If it doesn't work out, okay, you still taking care of your situation financially and as well your physical appearance present is there. You're gonna meet somebody else. In her mind, she already pregnant. But she already hold on. When you meet somebody else, she already done gave you the pussy. She already having a baby. You just don't even know.
What I think it is I think like maybe they put too much bearance on money. Like just because you got money doesn't make the situation ideal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got all the money in the world because Nick Cannon got money. Nick Cannon got money. Because you got all the money, does it equate? You see what I'm saying? We sit here like with the Tyrese situation. Mm-hmm. That's the perfect example. She's still, but it's Tyrese in the child. You see what I'm saying? Is Tyrese in the child's life and stuff like that?
And he probably not because if she's acting like that, she's probably bitter towards that. So that means he probably had to pay for court for child custody and all that shit.
I don't think she's bitter. I just think she's greedy.
See, and that's
if she's greedy, that means if she's greedy, what's the next thing that she can use against him?
I don't know.
I think
Tyrese might be playing a significant part because it's so public. You see what I'm saying? When it's public,
it's public when she filed for divorce.
When it's public like that, you kind of can't shortcut.
When TMZ reporting that shit,
letting you know, like he ain't taking care of his kid though. He ain't ever with her and stuff like that. They're gonna let you know,
right?
This. So I don't know. I just think, like I said, I think she's just trying to get as much money out of Tyrese before that horse just drops dead. Like we ain't getting no more money. So let me go ahead and get as much as I can before he ain't banking like that.
Right. So
Tyrese is a mental case.
Right. So my thing.
Tyrese and Cam in this like that's
Right, but that's not my thing. Again, my whole point that the whole thing I'm pushing back on what the doctor's saying is she's saying to Cam he's intentionally making broken home, and that part had to push back because that's you basically saying Cam saying like, oh yeah, I see her, yeah, I'm gonna knock her up, I'm gonna give like about 2 or 3 kids.
No, he ain't think he's just careless. He don't give a shit.
But all I was asking was
The fact he left.
all I was asking was
So-
the age-old question:
What's
is
that?
money as good as being
I'm not
there?
saying
Because
that.
that's what
I'm not
that's-
saying that.
That's basically kind of what we think the women are
Where's
thinking.
the second
No,
mic?
no,
and I just want to. You see how there's so many different aspects or angles to this one topic that we're all talking about.
correct.
You see, 'cause we're not all really focused on one
It's under the
specific
couch.
thing.
And
with
I'm
this.
focused on the fact that she's saying he's intentionally creating broken homes. That part that's not fair, and you can't say he's actually
feel like
doing
I'm
that.
still over 200 pounds.
Yeah,
Nigga, I
you
appreciate
actually
that.
can't say he's actually doing that on purpose because again, he probably came in with good intentions, like, hey, he want to be with this woman, probably work it out. Now, sure, he probably at one point in time thought that she was marriage material. Probably after one kid.
Okay, but
He might still think that.
Right.
So
We don't know that.
Well,
Right.
when you get to the third woman, though, what's your mentality?
What you mean? It's
Because he had 8 kids by 3 women. So
Again,
if it didn't
if-
work with baby mom 1 and 2,
so again, all right, number one, what people is failing to understand on this whole point is, it's just like the popular girl. If a lot of men sees a fine woman, all she has to do is say hello, be nice, courteous to them. They gonna break their fucking neck and give her whatever the fuck she want.
yeah.
All right, now flip this shit. Cam, here he is. He's 6'6", 260 pounds. He got dreads. Former number 1 draft pick of the Carolina Panthers. Went to the Super Bowl. He got money.
Yeah.
Right? We all know most women, like I said, they already done gave him the pussy, done already had 2 or 3 kids by him before he even think about wanting to fuck her. The woman already made a decision on how she approaching this man and
Okay,
what
but-
intentions she had
But
for
Cam
his
played
ass.
into it.
I mean, he had to.
That's
it's
3
not- it's-
times.
That's
You
another,
right. So
that's
what I'm
another
saying
angle
is,
to it,
so
though.
if you come across women that's looking at you as a money aspect,
Then why give him your nut?
I just posted up today. Jesus said this himself. He said, I had people that thought they wanted the best for me and everything, help me get to the top. Once I got there and you didn't give them what they want,
Yeah.
I had to go to war with them and push that line just the fact you didn't give them what they want. So here it is. A woman sitting here.
Entitlement.
Right, but a woman here already, man, listen, I know for
I
a
get
fact,
it.
I'm speaking on facts on this shit. A woman can sit here and entrench herself in your life without you even knowing that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, you coming in with great intentions, probably getting to know her, probably wanting to do the right things. You probably had 1, 2, hell, you probably got to the 3rd child. But then you might have saw some shit. She probably done some shit to you to where it's not leaked out to where all of us know. But it's still in good sense to where, all right, I can't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? You're a good mom. We can be friends and shit like that, but we ain't going down on this one. So then, boom, he go to the next one. Remember, he has to weed them out. It's just like the popular girl, the popular woman. She gonna have like 100 niggas at her ass. She got to weed them out to find that one.
It's the being rich and trying to find love.
Exactly. If you got
It's
money,
being
that's
rich
hard as
and
fuck,
trying to
bro.
find
What is
real
hard as fuck?
love.
And to
love?
find love and you rich.
Okay, so
it's hard to find love. You got motion and you
my
making money.
issue is, why do you keep impregnating these women you're not in love with?
Because listen. What I'm saying is he probably was deeply in love with them, and then probably found some shit about them that
he
they
was probably
I mean,
smashing.
listen,
Well, but that's what
people-
I'm saying. Why go and create a baby with somebody who you
Because
don't
You
know?
are in a monogamous relationship.
You just said
go-
he found out some shit he didn't
That's
know.
after the fact. After the
Okay.
fact.
Well, why are you? How long are you waiting to make babies with these people?
Some people are good at that, playing a role, lying and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
And what happened to marry before you carry?
Why marry and then come to find out you get trapped off in a fucking marriage?
So why let it happen three times?
And you still gotta pay. Hold on, it's cheaper to pay child support versus going through what the fuck Tyrese going through. All that shit.
No, it's cheaper to use a condom.
No, it is much cheaper to use a condom, and on a whole other note than that.
Again, you right, but who the fuck? Listen.
You rather be a parent,
let's be real,
trying to turn into a parent.
But listen, bro, he don't have no problem turning into a parent.
But what I'm saying is, you're right, but it's the irresponsibility.
How is it irresponsible?
Because
he's there. No, you don't know that.
But still, though, you know in the back of your mind that everything might not be peachy keen. You have an idea. And
how long do a parent actually be around a kid? You know,
all day.
No,
25,
no, bullshit.
8.
You are how many? You are at least 8 hours. If a parent is working or at home, you know this. It's at least 4 to 5 hours you're not around a kid. Yeah. Guarantee every day. If you're if you're a working parent, right? You got a career, job. That's 8 to 12 hours. You're not at home. That you're not around a kid. Okay, then. So now let's translate. Let's translate that with somebody who got money. Okay. You mean tell me it's the same fucking 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours if he got a job? Only difference is he don't have a job. He can come and show up anytime he fucking want to. Yeah, it's the same thing. The only difference is he has the flexibility to do it as many times, how many times he want to do a week.
What I'm saying is, as a man with that type of money, you have to be a little bit more cognizant about your money and what's going on, regardless of if you.
It's cheaper to do what he did versus getting married. It is, because if he get married, right, you got to pay child support and you got to pay spousal support until however long.
Well, if you wear a condom, you ain't got to pay neither.
I mean, listen, who gonna wear? I mean, why wear a condom when I know I can take care of my kid if he gets married?
Because you still got to be a breast.
So here we go. So
you
now,
just think about kids.
That's the wrong way to look at it.
Because
I'm older now.
What she did was she put the onus on him, as if it was his only fault. The woman played a part in it too. So if a woman coming in thinking like, yo.
No doubt.
All that shit.
We're not. But who's supposed to be thinking about him?
But this is where my discussion coming from. Where I'm saying I'm pushing back on what the doctor's saying, because she's saying he's intentionally creating broken homes, and I'm like, wait a minute. The woman plays a part in this shit too, because most women already got dollar signs on their hand. Yeah. They already gave him the pussy and had 3 kids before he even say, "I want to fuck you."
Yeah, true. So as a man, it's on you to protect yourself.
The responsibility still falls on you.
I'm with you for however many years, because we don't know how many years he are with each woman. That's number one.
Exactly.
We don't know how many years he are with each woman. So,
and that's why I was saying I don't even know if he has any issues with any of them.
Right, he probably don't. So I'm gonna say this: what Cam? He's still in his 30s and shit, early 30s,
30s,
mid 30s. All right, then I'm gonna say he probably with 3 kids. He probably been with at least 5 years. All 3 of them minimum from 3 to 5 years. And that's
3 baby mamas, 8 kids.
Okay, so 2 of them had 3 and 1 had 2. So what I'm saying is the 2 that he had 3 with, he probably been with them at least 4 to 5 years.
Don't mind our nigga math.
Yeah, please don't. We just speculate. You know what I'm saying? We just say it. So
we just know 3 equals somehow 3 something X equals 8.
Relationships, especially with kids, exactly. You got 3.
Right. So
3 years
we're assuming that the 2 that he had 3 with, right? He been with at least 5 years. That's 10 years. The other one, 2? We're gonna say at least 3 years.
It might all be fresh, baby.
Nigga, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right. So again, this is me not knowing the exact age of the children, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm saying is, it's the same amount of time as a working parent that's gone 8 to 12 hours a day.
Okay, what's the original question?
I was pushing back on the fact that the doctor was telling him, breaking it down, saying he's intentionally creating broken homes, and I'm like,
I feel like he is through carelessness.
It's a two two people. The woman coming in, she know exactly what's going on.
Well, I mean, she's a part of it too, but
Right,
as the
so
man,
watch.
you're in charge, so it's your job to
You
fucking
should be
lead.
thinking because
And he left.
Remember, you're the breadwinner.
Yeah, you gotta lead
You're
for
the
these
breadwinner.
women.
So
Right.
you're doing this.
And maybe they didn't want to be led. That's why he veered off.
Okay, well, he should have figured that out before putting a seed in.
You're doing the main
That
thinking
part-
for
that
you're
part is a little
thinking
bit
for
unfair,
everybody.
No,
'Cause
it's
that
not
means-
unfair.
Because you know why? Because that means you ain't getting no fucking pussy.
No, it means
First of
you're
all,
having
I'm
multiple.
gonna tell you why. No.
that what
I'm gonna
that
tell.
means?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, it does. I'm gonna tell you why. Exactly what it means. Follow me right quick. First of all, if you're not having sex with nobody, right, you don't know whether they crazy or not. How you find out that a woman or a man? We talking about women because we all men in here. How do you know when a woman act crazy?
When you fuck her.
before, thank you.
We
so thank you. So
Okay.
now, all right then. So you don't know until after you actually fuck her.
I ain't going.
But where's the condom?
You have signs.
Where's
you're
the
just
pulling out?
neglecting. You have
do.
signs.
You do.
You're just kind of deflecting them because
do.
you
But
try.
look, I'm talking.
I saw that, but I ain't see that.
No. Now listen. Listen. Hold on.
I ain't see
This
that.
is-
What that meant.
this
I ain't
is-
see that.
No, you gonna follow me on this one. Listen, you know why? It's levels to this shit. This nigga's on the top 1%. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, for you to get close to him, for you to let him stick his dick in you, you gotta play that role smooth as fuck. Like
No doubt. No
like
doubt.
damn near dumbed out.
No
you
doubt.
feel what I'm saying? Just for that to happen. Then once that happened, then she do whatever the fuck she thinks she gonna do what this man do, and it probably worked.
But all we're saying is
You know that because you
Oh,
you
no-
had
no
women.
doubt.
All right,
No doubt.
then, you had.
I got nothing to do with this. I've been out that game for years. I ain't got shit to do with none of that.
But
no.
what we're saying
don't
is
throw that
this:
shit at me.
we, especially after the first time you dished the wee wee and she got crazy. So now after you dishing the wee wee,
I guess the crazy
now
one I got married to.
now
You see what I'm
you
saying?
now you looking at the second chick a little bit different because you just had crazy.
Right.
So as the guy who is the big breadwinner here,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do the thinking for everybody in this
Exactly.
equation.
Now listen. See.
My
I
thoughts
know-
have to
listen,
trump
I-
your
listen,
thoughts.
I know a person, right? Now, when you are in a power position or something like that, shit happens. Something happens. It takes a perfect storm for somebody to get in and infiltrate. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be an injury or whatever. And you don't, because when you at the top of that or near the top or push to the top, it's a lonely world. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's not a lot of people that's going to be locked in with you and y'all be on the same wavelength. So now, a perfect scenario, if you have a significant other that's near or close to you, may it happen. And if you don't have someone significant to trust, a team or whatever, you might give her the lead on some shit. And she may use that shit against you. You
I'm
feel
not
what I'm saying?
saying- I'm
so
not-
we know on lower level shit where it's kids or some of us who, well, I haven't experienced that. Some of us who may have lived with their girl before, and she know you ain't got no crib. She like, you get the fuck out every time she get mad.
I'm
That type shit.
gonna give a perfect example real quick. Like, okay, so boom, I'm gonna pull another NFL player out who's got a handful of kids. My man Tyreek Hill.
Say what?
My boy
What about
Tyreek.
Yeah.
Tyreek got now. Is he thinking because you're
Yes.
what you're doing? No, is he really thinking because you got what 8, 9 kids and your career is how many more years you got?
Yeah, that NFL money ain't as secure as that NBA money.
Right. But that's why they get all that shit up front when they sign their name. And
So
now,
that-
and more, now most of these
So I
times-
was just throwing Tyreek because you know Tyreek kind of that same boat and stuff like that. Tyreek
nation building.
is he?
Yeah, y'all.
Tyreek nation building.
Yeah.
I mean, listen though. Let's keep it 100. If you had the opportunity,
Would you nation build?
I would.
I wouldn't.
If the
Why-
money, if you
Time
have,
out.
if you
Do
have
we-
that
no,
type of
time out,
money,
time out. Why not?
hold on.
First
You're
of
saying
all,
if you have that type of money,
and we got
I'm
broke-
50-50 on
Time
that.
out, time out, time
I'm
out.
50-50
I
on
got
that.
you.
That's
Hold
a good
on.
question.
We got
No.
broke ass niggas out here putting
Yeah.
20 kids. That dude from Tennessee.
Yeah, with the
20,
fucking
20
30
20
kids
fucking
and
30 kids.
I
Broke
know.
ass nigga.
I
So
know.
you mean tell me a man that got money that's intentionally creating these families and taking care of them and there visibly, that's a problem?
Yeah.
compare.
You got deep. What you think? All these. What you
I
think?
mean, hey, neither
Those
one
are
of those.
problems.
don't-
Neither one of those.
What you think? What do you think?
One has
like,
money, one
NFL
doesn't, but it's still an
players,
issue.
like a lot of these NFL players, especially white NFL players. How many people? How many kids they got in their fucking family?
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. How many kids they got? They got like 8
But-
to 10
but-
kids in their
but-
family.
but-
Ain't nobody
but-
saying
shout
nothing.
out
So,
State.
so
Shout
when
out
it's- so when a
NC
black,
State.
only difference is they're married and it's with that
And it's
one-
with one woman.
Yeah, but that's why I
Okay,
just said
and they're
they
all
got
in
one
the
woman.
same
How many
household.
black women's gonna sit there and have 5 to 10 kids? I'll wait. None. So if you a man that got
If
money
you approach
and you
it
still
right-
want
I mean, if
kids,
you-
you,
if you-
the
got
fuck
to
is
go
you
find
talking
somebody
about?
to give
If
to.
you, if you a pro and
If you a
Hey,
a woman
you
ain't
tell
a
me
woman
one
gonna
woman. You tell me one black woman that especially
I can't
near
say
her.
no one
You tell
black
me
woman.
one black woman that's 40 plus that's gonna have kids. Have especially 10 kids. Them white families.
You're
that
looking
he
at it
had,
wrong.
Phillip Rivers, he with one woman. She gave him how many kids?
Think about it.
How
Hold
many
on.
kids? 8. How many black women having 8 kids?
If you gotta, and this is why this is the difference between a lot of us, because we're, as they love to say, niggas are not monolithic.
we don't want all that. I mean,
don't
I
wanna
don't
deal
think
with
I
that
don't think you want. I
That
don't
part.
think you want that many kids. Like
It's more of
8
us
is
that
a
want that.
lot. Eight
That's a
is
lot of
eight
kids,
is a
man.
lot.
It is, but when
You know now-
but when you have, first of all, money. I don't care what y'all say.
And we're talking-
75% of your problems revolve around.
And we're talking
money.
generation.
That's what I'm saying. If you,
So if that part is taken care
so
of,
listen.
you can do what the fuck
but
you
it's a
want to do.
double-edged sword, and that's what I'm saying. If you're saying that what black women will do. If you're a multi-million,
Yeah, they'll
millionaire,
do a whole lot of
She'll-
shit.
she'll-
whether
think about it.
you're an entrepreneur, athlete, anything. If you're a multi-millionaire and you start young, she's not going nowhere.
Well,
I guarantee you that.
I-
She will spit the motherfuckers out
gonna,
left and
I'm
right.
going to kind of agree
The
with.
average- the
I'm going
average
to kind
does
of
not
agree with
have it.
Hassan here
They-
because I'm going to kind of agree with Hassan because now what I'm thinking
The average
is
is not
because
doing
it's a generational difference. Like grandma,
But
and them
that's what
were-
I'm saying.
We're
They're
spitting
not
out
doing
those
that, bro.
8 kids now.
You
They
lucky-
were doing
you
it
lucky to
because
get
they,
4
think
out of
about it,
one
the
woman.
breadwinner was taking
You lucky
care
to get
of the
4
person
out of
who's
a
spitting
woman,
out
let
that
alone
amount of
8.
kids. If the breadwinner is still able to take, if y'all
Yeah.
are married and the breadwinner has that type of income coming in, if you know you want to be
That's
family,
a definite sit down conversation.
But what
I
I'm
don't
saying
understand
is
where the issue is. That's what the fuck you get
how
married
many
for
black
anyway,
families,
to
how many
create, to
millionaires
procreate.
right now
But-
that has wives that are been with them? We just
But what I'm
judge
saying-
matching them.
but what
How
you-
many kids they got?
But
3,
what you're
4?
saying,
Maybe
no.
4.
But
That's
what-
the most they gonna
But what
get.
you're saying
4.
is this: how many women want to go through having?
Thank you. So if you a man that want more kids, you gotta have them by multiple women.
Some women
Possibly,
want babies.
possibly,
But
Some
most don't.
I can't say
I
that because
can't.
I'm not a woman.
Most don't.
that
Most
ain't-
women
that
don't.
ain't
I know-
number-
Most women don't want
I
no
don't
more
know
than
no-
2, let
Women-
alone
women
4,
love
Yeah,
let
I'm
alone
with
8.
his son on
They don't
this.
want no fucking 8 kids
I don't
coming
care.
out
I
they
don't
damn-
care if you got
Nah.
$1 billion, like 8, like because.
Nah, ain't no.
She might not
listen,
wanna do
the
it.
average black woman is not having. You be lucky to get 4. And that's 3 to 4, and that's because you caught her.
three,
You
and
caught
I'm-
her. You caught her in her fucking 20s.
Okay,
let alone
stop.
catch her ass
Stop,
past
hold on.
30 and
you
shit.
You got 3.
Oh no, nigga, let me tell you now.
Shoot.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I had bread and
You were shooting for
whatever
4,
we
okay.
had, nigga, you know.
Yeah, okay.
She wants a girl. So, nigga, if we had got up to fucking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, if the 14th one was the girl, nigga, cut shot, and we good. But it would have been, I would have been in the happiest
love your-
nigga
So what?
in the world.
You said the key thing was holding you back.
Love your niece more. She's
Adopt, nigga.
I love my niece and my goddaughter.
Love
He
you
said
niggas
the
a little
key
more.
thing. He said the key thing. What I've been saying the whole fucking time.
Shit.
If you got the fucking money, it's pretty much whatever the fuck you want to do.
No,
you can.
but it's not just money. That is a That is a tandem. That is a power couple. That is something that you have to be in agreement with. Ain't like you're saying.
Exactly. A lot of women, a lot of black women is not doing
You're
that,
sitting
bro.
out shooting up the club and shooting out babies,
man,
nigga.
you
Like,
get
Lord,
one,
right
if
now.
if you get one, I'm talking about. We talking about. Listen, we talking about. You got money. You know what she thinking about?
Your
I'm
money.
I'm not trying to be pregnant every motherfucking year.
Your money.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Outside of
thinking
that,
about your money.
That's all she thinking
I'm not
about.
trying to be pregnant every fucking year. All that type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And you got to figure. You got to spread that shit out.
I was
At
going to
least-
say,
at
you
least-
got to
at
give
least
money
2
out to
years-
everybody.
At least 2 years and
Shit.
shit. So what I'm saying is
That defeat the purpose.
No, the average black woman is not having
Three,
it's
4.
about
I'm
3
with
to
you on
4
that.
kids. So if you a man that got money, power, and respect, and you want a fucking kumbaya, you're gonna have to have multiple baby
You
mamas.
might not even have
That's
the
just-
power and respect, nigga.
that-
You just
I
got
mean,
money.
it can happen.
Well, just money.
It can
you just
happen.
you're gonna have to have multiple baby mamas.
It can
That's just
happen.
facts.
It can happen, but the chances
White
of
women
a woman
doing that
sitting
shit.
there,
They popping them kids out.
I don't think a black woman's going to sit there and be
The
like,
av-
8, yeah, that's cool. We can do that.
Look at the
I
average.
just don't know about
Look at
that.
the average white football player who been in the league over 5 years. Look at their family makeup. A lot of them got at least 8 to 10 kids, especially if they was top end players. Phillip Rivers just being another one. What's my man name? Green Bay Packer linebacker. He be on what's
Not the
name show?
Matthew boy.
Max. He be on what's name show?
Oh, I know who you talk about. I know who you talk
played
about.
with-
He played for Ohio State, didn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know who
exactly
you
what
talk
I'm talking about. Anyway, that nigga got like 10 kids. If you look at the average white star sports that play sports, period, and they're making over 200,000 because each sport you're gonna make over about a $500,000.
3, yeah.
Yeah, about a $500,000. That's you riding a bench. If you making over $500,000, all their families
Drink up,
they
bro.
got
Let's
north
go.
of 5 kids.
Yeah.
Black families is not built like that shit no more. Especially if they came out of a poor family that had 5 to 10 kids and they struggle. They don't want that shit, whether you got money or not. So if you're a man that want kids, you're gonna eventually have to have multiple women to have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do?
Well, I was just going to say we haven't covered sports, but I mean, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark
I'm turned
made
up.
news because
LLP.
she's won.
All that good shit, man. You know what I'm on.
She's won record behind Breonna Stewart for the 25-5 games in the WNBA. But that's pretty much all I had, unless y'all wanted to talk about college football next week.
Florida State caught that upset
Florida
today.
State lost. Florida State. How in the hell? Hey, all you Florida State fans, y'all travel
The rambling-
all the way to Ireland
Hey, you
and
know
take that L.
You know what's crazy though?
Got to come all the way back to Florida.
The way I play NCAA, I knew this shit was about to happen because they keep beating my ass, and I got picked. I went
The
to Florida
rambling
State.
wreck of
I
Georgia
lost to
Tech.
Georgia Tech.
And-
Fuck, we lost to Georgia Tech.
And while we're on it,
New and improved fucking defense.
next week, college football officially starts.
That's right. Miami plays
The week after that, the NFL starts.
I know.
It's that time of the year. I'd like to thank the Washington Commanders for giving us Johan Dotson. I'd really like to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate that. You know,
He ain't
need
gonna do shit over there.
That's right.
Did he do
You saw what I
anything when
sent
he
you,
was
right?
with Washington?
You saw what I sent. You saw your.
Yeah, he
reaction.
did.
He did something in
You saw what
Washington.
I sent you, right? Yeah.
Dotson did something in
That's
Washington.
yeah. So
and that's
we
with the quarterbacks y'all had.
we appreciate y'all sending us Johan. We're going to put him to good work. Good work. Good work. Any other sporting news?
That's been it. And other than NFL Week 4.
NFL, and I can't wait. I'm
All I know
excited.
is none of my players signed. They got long term contracts.
Do
yet,
you
so I
follow
ain't got-
North Carolina State like that?
Yeah.
Who's y'all first game
Western
against?
Carolina. They play on Thursday night.
Is that an ESPN game?
Yes, it is.
It
Wow.
don't matter. You get it anyway.
We got
You
ODU.
can watch any fucking sport.
No, I ain't worried about that. I'm just saying we got ODU
Yeah, well,
Saturday.
that's a W for NC State.
I can't say anything's a W for the Gamecocks. I just gotta watch the game.
Boy,
It's
y'all
just
got a brutal schedule, boy.
Yeah,
y'all got a
one
brutal
of the
schedule.
most.
No,
Alabama.
actually, Georgia Tech got got the
Hold
toughest
on,
schedule.
hold
Yeah, I
on.
know,
But
but
y'all just
one
because,
of the
because y'all
Alabama,
in the SEC.
Oklahoma,
Yeah.
LSU,
Y'all, hey,
Texas
hey,
A&M,
I pray that y'all get 6
Clemson.
wins. I pray that y'all.
Hey,
get
we still
6
gonna try
wins.
and make it to the bowl this year.
I
man.
pray
Look,
that y'all
he
get
better
6
get
wins.
6 wins or he get fired. And as tough as that sound, he better get these 6 this year. And it's going to be a tough road. He going to have to pull a couple of upsets because I believe 7 of the teams we're playing are top 25 right now. Shane Beamer going to be on the unemployment. See, I'm just telling you. Like,
Your girl from Australia, the flame
breaker?
she got signed to a talent agency.
For what?
I believe it.
Break dancing shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe
Comedy.
it. 15 minutes of fame will generate anything.
They lower the bar easily. Let these motherfuckers.
That what
get
was
this,
that
boy.
show
That shit's crazy.
that they had? You know, it's everywhere now. What was it? Who's Got Talent? That's how the fuck do you get a Who's Got Talent in the Olympics?
Because you were on the Olympics, so
Because they feel sorry for it.
and on top of that,
from the
on top of that,
you don't want
her
got zero.
but not just that, her name. Everybody knows who she is now. We
don't
made her
matter.
popular.
Well, she got more sympathy more than anything. Oh, y'all leave her alone.
Yeah. No, this is what happens when they feel sorry for the white girl.
Bullshit ass trash on a
Watch
world
that
stage.
Italian girl who got punched too hard
Fucking
get
sat
something.
right here and goddamn just lambasting our fucking culture. That's the problem.
Any good movies come out before
No.
we bounce? Nothing.
Aliens.
Other than Beetlejuice.
Aliens Romulus.
I know y'all don't normally
Oh,
ask. I know y'all don't normally ask me,
What's that?
and that's cool.
What?
But I actually watched something this week.
What you watch this
on the
week?
PlayStation?
Which?
Black. It's called the Black Body Bag or Dirty Black Bag. It's called the Dirty Black
fuck?
Bag on
Dirty
Netflix.
Black
You would love
Bag.
this shit.
Okay. Dirty black.
Okay, well, check it out and see what's up.
That
Dirty
shit,
black
dog.
bag.
We'll be back next week and
We'll
have
be
a.
back, and y'all will be like, "Yo,
We'll do a book
that shit
report
was
next
wild."
week on
Like,
it.
yeah, they gonna tell you. I don't know how I found it. The Dirty.
We'll
Black
do a book report
Bag.
on it next week. That's cool.
Cool. Well, it's been a great show.
Yes,
We
it
did
has.
2 hours and
Man, I'm
36
turned
minutes.
up.
Well, we
Man,
on
you
top.
know.
We stay on that 2 hour 30 minutes.
Shout out
Yeah.
to this Orange Box people, man. Somebody gonna give us a sponsorship sooner or later.
Yes, sir.
All
Hey, y'all,
right.
make sure I hit that like and share button.
Like,
Comment,
share,
comment,
Tag,
Shout out to
comment.
shout out to everybody.
Everybody
in
else in the
section,
comments tonight. Thank y'all for
Shout out to everybody in
comments.
the
Thank
comments.
you.
Make sure
All
y'all
right.
share and like hit. See y'all next week.